hear myself through my headphones. Yes, man. Like, I feel real good about this right now.
Pay attention, because you are now listening to Permission to Speak Freely.
Oh, man.
Russell Wilson, man.
Oh, hey,
Russ
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Let Russ
cooking
cook,
no more.
But I got a quick disclaimer for everybody. First off, hey, welcome to the new listeners. Bye-bye to the last time listeners. We love you, man. We hope to see you again at some other time. But hey, quick disclaimer. We are not a leadership podcast, right? This is a lifestyle podcast. This Navy life, military life, whatever you want to call it. This just us, right? We got a lot of guests on our show from time to time who speak on leadership, are heavier like SME-based topics, mental health, sexual assault, whatever you want to, say. Still, we are a podcast comprised of people sharing their personal experiences, are giving our opinions on current events and hot topics based solely off our experience. So when we talk about a current event, a ship collision, we talking about if we had been through one or if we were in that scenario. It's all just our opinions, and all that stuff is backed by our experience, nothing else. So when we get guests on, they the people that dish all that real technical knowledge. Are they the people that might give those pointers based off of things that's in stone? All this is our opinion. I want to make that clear. We are a lifestyle podcast. We are not a source for leadership. Now, let me change that, Damon. like we might be a source for leadership every now and then because we both work in the leadership. We both work in leadership position, like roles and stuff. So
and we love it.
Yeah. So when we talk about our experiences, you're going to hear some things about leadership, but leadership is not our primary purpose, right? Our primary purpose is to talk about our experiences. If you gain some leadership stuff from it, you gain some leadership stuff from it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, most definitely, man. I'm with you.
I think that was a decent enough disclaimer.
Yeah. Most definitely, man.
Yeah, I think that because y'all gonna see some shit on our social media and stuff like that, and y'all gonna be like, I thought this was if you like brand new, you I thought this was a leadership. No, it's not. Like it's not a leadership pod. The day ones, no, but this ain't. We leaders, we do that. All right, I'm done explaining that.
So,
man. You know what I mean? Hopefully y'all get it. If y'all don't, I'm sorry. Hey, so first I want to shout out
if you don't understand that shit.
Yeah, hit us up, yo. So shout out with E4 and below, right? I'm gonna shout y'all out first because we reached out to y'all and we got responses in droves. You know what I mean? Like they came out in droves. You know what I mean? Had to take the post down, man. I took that post. That's the quickest. Hey,
we weren't ready.
Hey, I turned the comments off on Force Joint. I took that post down quicker than I turned them. It took me a couple days to turn the comments off on Force Joint. Like, dang, they about to kill each other in this. I took this post down fast. You know what I mean? And it's because y'all really responded. So we appreciate that. Thanks, E4 and below. And also, Damon, somebody was talking to me at E5 that's out the military. I think he listened to the pod and he was saying like, he was like, I just don't want like an E4 below I'm choking a little bit, y'all. I just don't want like an E4 and below to get on your pod and say something and then them get in trouble. I'm like, damn, I don't want that either. I hope nothing like that happen. We had to call commands, man.
Yeah, man. We had to step in, bro.
Like, who you gonna get in trouble with?
We ain't about that life, man.
You gonna get in trouble with your chief?
Like, we talking, we having a conversation, man. Everybody got opinions, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And if your opinion's not right, I ain't scared to say it ain't right. You know what I mean?
It's your opinion, though.
We just having a great conversation, man. Yeah, it's your opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Matter of fact, you're right. I ain't even trying to say your opinion ain't right. I mean, it's your opinion. Yeah.
So I hope that if it's ever a scenario like that, we're able in some kind of way to protect whoever we talk to. I don't want no junior seller scared to come talk on a podcast because they scared they're going to get in trouble. Like, that's not what we want to do this for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Shouts out to that guy, 2E5, for bringing it up. That's a great point, too, though, man. So, hey, thanks for bringing it up.
Yeah. He's out, man. That's my guy, man. He had me like, damn, I ain't even really think about that. Shout out to the retirees, man. Shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all. The retirees, like the first group, you shout them out. They come right back like, yo, thanks for the shout out, broski. You know what I mean? So shout out to the retirees. Shout out to the people that don't know what the hell we talk about because y'all only watch the clips. we appreciate y'all too, man. The clip watchers, man. Thank y'all, man. The clip watchers, they go a life of their own. You know what I mean? Like, but check out an episode once or twice, man. So you get the full story.
Man.
You know what I mean? Shout out to the military children.
Yeah. I got a couple of them.
Yeah. It's the month of the military child. What was you about to say? You was about to say something about the people that watch the clips, Damon?
Yeah, man. I about to let them know this ain't your first time talking about this, man. You always be hitting them up on them clips, man. Like they people think they know every freaking thing off a clip, and this ain't your first time talking about it. But guess what? If he's saying it again, it's because you guys being some clowns out there, man. Look at the episode. You know what I mean? Holler at your people, man, and just hear us out. We put clips out for a reason, man. And the reason is to get your attention. And it got your attention, but you got to watch everything to get the whole story, though. You can't just jump to the gun, man.
Yeah, you got to, man. You have to. But I appreciate the people that, we try our best to make concise clips. So I appreciate the people that, support in that way. But please check our episode out, man. And then, spouses, right? We got to show the spouses some love, right? Shout out to all the spouses. And then active duty, all y'all, man, all of us. That's all of us. Big bear hug, all of active duty. Shout out. That's everybody, man. E1 through O10, everybody, the whole thing, man. We love all of you guys. Marines, gotta give y'all a shout out, man. Hey, and all the other branches too, you know what I mean? But the Army too, because y'all was on our asses, but the Marines was on our asses, man. And we deserve it, you know what I mean? We can't do nothing about it. Did you see the story about this captain who had the backward scope? So look, I never titled an episode before we start. The title, we did it one other time. The title of this episode is called The Optics Are Wrong. The optics are wrong. You know what I mean? So let's talk about this captain, man. So the Navy's Instagram, right, posted a picture, and it was fucked up, right? And this ain't the first time the Navy's Instagram posted a picture, and it was fucked up. This happens a lot. You know what I mean? But in this one time, it was a captain. You know what happened, right, Damon? Did you see this story or what?
Yeah. Yeah, man. I looked at it, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, bro.
What happened?
I got a lot. Go ahead, man. Finish what you about to say.
I've been talking too much, man. I need to shut up, man. But so basically, it's a picture of a captain, man, and it's on it was on one of them motivational posts, and he pretty much, he had the scope on a rifle backwards. You know what I mean? He had the scope on a rifle backward. And then the Navy gonna come through from Twitter, right? So it says, highlighting the amazing work, this Instagram, highlighting the amazing work of our Navy sailors from engaging in practice gun shoots, conducting maintenance, testing fuel purity, and participating in sea and anchor details. The U.S. Navy is always ready to serve and protect. #readiness, right? With the muscle arm emoji. And then my man, right? The captain of the ship, right? The McCain, man. Just so happened to be the McCain, man. I know the spirit of that ship just like, damn, why I'm in the press again? You know what I mean? So they get back. So then the U.S. Navy goes to goes to X, right? Not even back on IG. U.S. Navy go to X. And they say, thank you for pointing out our rifle scope error in the previous post. Picture has been removed until EMI is completed, right? Which 9 times out of 10 is a joke, right? So then, just because I'm running it down, the Marines posted, right? And they say clear sight picture, right? And then they got the rifle. And it's the scope is the right way, man. They came with the smoke. Now, since Damon got me talking, I'm gonna go through some of these comments real quick. Cause this is for the listeners who don't know what we do all the time, we're about to have a lot of jokes about this most likely. And then there's some serious shit, right? It's a serious side of all this too. And we need to talk about that. But on an Army subreddit, it said maybe someone should tell the Navy they mounted their optics on backwards, right? Somebody said, hey, David, somebody said he playing on hard mode. so somebody said maybe he's firing at something really big and needs to see it smaller.
That was the funniest shit. That was the funniest one right there, bro.
Somebody said it's an effective trick when fighting Godzilla at close range, man.
Man, let me tell you, man, like this post, first thing I thought about, man, when I looked at it, man, I said, you got to know that though. You know what I mean? You got to know it's on back. If you look through it, you have to know because, like they said, it's like the ranges is crazy when you got it backwards, right? So I looked at it like that first thing. I was thinking, man, you got to know that thing's on backwards. And then I started thinking about how many people that possibly, I don't know for sure, but how many people possibly failed at captain, man. You know what I mean? Then I started thinking about it. This is my old ship, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I was on the McCain before, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I felt bad. I felt a certain type of weight on Big Bad John, man, when I saw that, man. But
Down
I was thinking
Bad
about
John.
I was thinking about I was thinking about, man, like it came out, they took it down. Someone called the captain on the ship and said, hey, we posted this, but the scope is on backwards. And I can just think about what was going through his mind because he know millions of people have watched this, right?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking how now he's about to say, hey, I need the department head, the DLCPO.
He about to crash
the
out.
GMC or whoever in charge of it. Everybody in my
crash
stable.
out, man.
Like right now. Like right now. And I don't know if that's a maintenance check. I don't even know what's going on with it, man, to tell you the truth. But at the same time, man, it's crazy though. It's crazy. And then it got a lot of people saw this. You know what I mean? A lot of people.
I mean,
so
every
you
branch.
can't just say, okay, I ain't gonna say nothing. It's cool. Yeah, you can't say, oh no, this cool. It's cool.
He shot the gun.
Like,
he shot it, right?
Somebody.
He shot it.
He probably did.
Yeah, you can see it in the picture that he shot the gun. Shooting the gun with the scope on backwards is nasty work, Cap. It's nasty work, man.
Yeah. And you know what I put this up against, man. I say, okay, the captain shot the gun like they did that. That's almost like me. I'm a damage control man. I know you guys already know, man. I'm a damage control man. That's like me showing up to the scene, with no water.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm showing up to the fire and ain't got no water because I didn't test for agent. You know what I mean? I ain't test for agent before I went in. I just went in there and ain't got no water, bro.
Yeah. Gotta call that captain Alec Baldwin, man. Like you Alec Baldwin, man. You gotta pay attention to them guns, dog.
Check that shit, bro.
You the skipper, man. You know what I mean? And look, it's a bad look on us, yo. We had this debate all the time, right? And I'm still in joke mode. I ain't in serious mode yet. But we had this debate all the time if we ready. Are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? Our U.S. Navy official Instagram post a picture of a commanding officer of a warship shooting a rifle with the scope on backwards. Come on, man. Like, we gotta do better than that, man. How you gonna do better within the first 15 minutes of the pod?
Man. That's a do better right there, bro.
Bro, did you see the picture?
And you know what?
Did you see, like, picture, it's a dude.
It's embarrassing,
but it's a dude who got his hand on the captain's shoulder, bro. Like, did you see it? You ain't see it? You gotta look at the picture. Like, if you look at the full picture.
I ain't paying attention. Oh, yeah, I see it. I see it now, yeah.
I don't know why that's so funny, man. But my man.
What he telling him, bro?
Yo, you good? Like, yo, my man is in that picture, bro.
Oh man, who hand is that?
Yo,
hey, McCain, let us know, man.
Yeah,
Big Bad John. Hey. Who hand is on the captain's shoulder right there, man? We want you on a pod, man. We just curious. Is that GMC? Is that GMC hand right there?
We'll clear the schedule. We'll clear the schedule because I'm sure he took the gun straight from the captain after.
Hey, is that the weapons officer right there, man? Who is that, man? I want to know if the weapons officer is who is it, man?
Come
we just want to know, man.
The crazy thing now, like we used to say this like 2 years ago and ain't nothing happened. The crazy thing now, we used to say this and somebody would be like, oh, that's such and such. They right there. Come holler at us. We want you on the pod, man, because I want to know. And it, like, it's going to be some jokes, but I want to know how you feel, bro. Like, I know he probably was like, damn, man. But whoever that is, they probably not going to want to be unmasked. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Like you gotta
somebody
let that
gonna
ride.
mash you though, bro. You might just come on up front. You might well just come on out quick, bro. Somebody gonna put you out there, man. You might
so like
come on out.
Damon, the severity of this though, right? Like on a real severity side of this bad, bro. This ain't good. This ain't good press.
Yeah, it's embarrassing, bro. It's very embarrassing, man. Like we pretty much talked in the beginning. We talking about the other branches and all that. Not just other branches, bro. The whole world.
Yeah.
The whole world is looking at this, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is like you said before, Damo. This is the captain. Man, this is embarrassing, man. Like this is crazy. This is wild. I know like you said before, we joked about it, but this is one of those things where it just can't happen. It just can't happen, bro. You know what I mean? We can't go out there and shoot weapons and motherfuckers looking at us and be like, what the fuck they doing?
Bro.
You know what I mean? What are they doing? And we can't every other branch or the Army, the Marines, whoever want to talk shit, we can't say nothing because we do the same thing.
We gotta shut up.
If somebody else was doing that shit, we'll be on their ass too.
We gotta shut up. Like Cole, like we gotta shut up. Like J. Cole gotta shut up. You just gotta be quiet. You know what I mean? We can talk about that later too. But like it just, bro, like, and then it's like, how many channels did this picture go through? First of all, I believe the picture should go through multiple channels, right? But how many channels did this photo go through? How many channels did this? It's way too much that happened from the gun being issued to the picture being posted that should have happened. But that's my complaint about SMEs, man. That's my complaint about subject matter experts, bro.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now that if those people who was posting that, they went through like MCs, if it went through an MC, he ain't looking at the scope.
Yeah, they not gonna know,
right? So, but it's somebody on the ship that sent that picture off or whatever the case may be. You're right. Like, ain't nothing going off the ship without the captain probably looking at it, or the PAO or whoever the acting PAO is, or somebody else looking at that's on the ship too. So before it goes off the ship, I'm sure somebody looked at it. But like you said, man, it's still a serious thing. And I'm hoping that's going to be a lesson learned for us though. You know what I mean? I don't know for sure, but I hope that's a lesson learned that we can get complacent sometimes. This is one of those complacent things that we've been sending stuff off the ship. It looked good. It looked correct. But ain't nobody really looking at it.
Now it's about it.
Ain't nobody taking it.
You know how the military, you know how the Navy
now
is.
Somebody finna be combing. Hey, you ain't finna get shit off the ship no more, bro.
You know how the Navy is, bro.
It's gonna take a month.
We about to do a stand down about this. We about to do a stand down about this. Sweep our spaces. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Nah, I ain't even gonna say it. I was about to talk about like what happened. I ain't even gonna say it. Never mind. But yeah, they about to have us doing walkthroughs. We about to be sweeping our space. For you send off a picture on this shit, man. It's about to be a whole bunch of operational pause. Like, let's really have this conversation, man. And the EMI shit, I know it was a joke.
It's gonna be.
I know that EMI was a joke. But who about to get the EMI though? Is it the MC, the young MC, or is it the CO? I'm just a little perturbed that my commanding officer wouldn't notice that scope was on backwards. You know?
Who brung them that gun? That gun ain't just sitting up there. Somebody had to bring it up there to him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you said, that's the Baldwin thing right there, man. You gotta verify though. You know what I mean? You the one pulling that trigger. Yeah. You better be looking at it.
And for y'all CO, but I guess that is like that put like COs on notice too. Like I know ain't no other CO ever about to get caught. Like the next CO. Shout out to the COs that I know listen to to the pod. I know they probably gonna be like, yo, let me see. let me look at that chamber. Let me look at that slide lock. Like, yo, this thing is good. Like I already know they about to be going crazy about that. Shout out to y'all. Bro. But let me know, y'all, for the COs that listen, is it crazy that I'm saying that? I feel like the CO should have also been like, yo, or do y'all think he should have just took the gun and he shot the gun, man?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we want to know, man. That's again, we curious too, man. Like we ain't saying right or wrong on this, but we just asking a question. I want to know
if he shot the gun.
Like when you take that gun, like every time, like this is what I know. And I'm a damage controlman, so I'm not a weapons guy. Let me say that out front. I'm not a weapons guy, but I want to say this: anytime you take control of a weapon, don't you look at all that stuff, man?
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
What I thought too. You go through the whole little, I forgot what the conditions of the weapon, right? All that stuff, man. You go through all the conditions and things like that before you fire the weapon, and I don't know.
And if he
do like an inspection on that thing, man.
And maybe we are talking to the CO. Maybe we're talking to you, sir. Respectfully, right? Permission to speak freely. Hey, if he fired the weapon, right? Did he look through the scope? Right? If he did look through the scope, did the shit look a little funny? This don't look like it's supposed to look.
Hey, Hey.
We just want to know. I just want answers. We need answers.
We just want to know, man.
We embarrassed
man. We just want to know, man. We just want to know.
That's it, man. That's it, man.
They was on our ass, man.
Yeah, they on our ass. We trying to back you up. We trying to say something publicly for you. You know what I mean? We just need to know what happened.
Yeah.
Did it look normal when you looked through it?
Yeah.
You know, imagine like seeing that pop on Instagram, man. Like, damn, like I knew something was wrong when I shot that early. All right, check it out. Hey, I heard the recruiting numbers down because we got Genesis, man. That's it. I believe it.
What's up with Genesis? I don't like what's going on with Genesis, man. I've been using Genesis for a while, man.
Yo, it's one of them. If you know, you knows, man. Like I don't want to go too deep in it.
Yeah,
it's like Genesis is able to see civilian shit. So from before they joined the Navy, like so civilian like handicaps or if they had issues with like mental health and things like that. Genesis could see all that past history. So you can't. I'm gonna leave it alone. Let's go to the next topic. Somebody said that's why the recruiting numbers down, man. Because of Genesis, man.
Yeah, that's funny as hell, though, man.
Think about it, man. The timeline, bike line. Hey, I'm just talking shit for the listeners, man. Hey, so man. I transferred, right? And it was a little, it was a little weird last pod. First, we had a guest. I don't really like getting into stuff like that with a guest. But then also, I still had to go back for one day. So it was like just weird. I wasn't really transferred. And then, you know, the way we putting out episodes, like our timeline don't like line up. Like, for instance, like Drake might drop a diss tonight. And I would love to talk about Drake diss track, you know, by the time people hear the pod, but we're going to be a week late by the time we get to talk about it, just because the way we've been putting out pods. But I transferred from my command, right? I'm going to give you the bad first, the bad part of it first, and then I'm going to get to the good part, right? So the bad part for me, did you ever see Shooting Stars, the LeBron movie about his team when he was in high school? It came on like Peacock.
I didn't see it. No, I know. Yeah.
You know, if it came on Peacock, it wasn't the best, but it was all right though, right?
Yeah.
But so they had a coach, their high school coach, and you know he came in. So I just go to like where I came. You know, I came to the command. I'm like, hey, by the time I leave, man, we gonna be. Do y'all feel like y'all the best division on the shit? We gonna be the best division on the shit. We gonna be, you know, with the motivating. And I felt like that high school coach like coming and like motivating my team, prepping my team up. And then it's like the NCAA called. You know, to be like, hey, we need you over here to coach North Carolina. You're like, hey, guys, I got to go. You know what I mean? And that's how I felt, man. I honestly, bro, I haven't felt this shitty leaving a command ever. This the shittiest I've ever felt leaving a command. No matter how great of an opportunity that I'm stepping into, right? I felt real bad leaving this command because I felt like I made promises that I couldn't see through. People had to talk me through that, right? So I'm over that, you know what I'm saying? But like people I love, like my cousin called me randomly. Like I'll never talk to him on the phone. He called me randomly and it was right on time, bro. Like he talked me through that, bro. But it was I hadn't smiled, you know, just because I felt like shit, bro. You know, because first of all, I checked into the command, then I had a baby. You know what I mean? Like, and like 5 months of being at the command, I had a baby. So then it was 3 months of me not being there. You know what I mean? So it was just this whole, you know, I checked in, we had a holiday stand down, and then we went to the yards, then I had a baby, and it was like, man, like, you know, so that was rough for me. And I hope some of them did take, you know, and some people, you know, I talked to some people, and some people, you know, it was impactful. The little bit of time that we spent together was impactful. I know for me it was, you know, and I know for some of them they say it was too. So I definitely appreciate what I gained from them. And Damon, I gained a whole lot from being on the damn carrier, bro. You know, whether it was 9 months, whatever. Only got one qual on that joint, Damon. What's your thoughts on that? Only got one qual.
Yeah, 9 months. You know, you had a lot going on though. So, I mean, it makes sense. You know, like you said, the yard period, ain't nobody care about you in the yards. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, you know, holiday stand down, then you got, you know, you had the baby. So, I mean, it's understandable. And also the whole thing you going through is understandable too, though, man, because it's what we we care, man. You know what I'm saying? We care about these sailors, bro. And when you care about sailors, and you always gonna come to a command, and you always got expectations.
Yeah.
And the expectations is always like, hey, I'm here to get it. Let's hit the ground running. Let's roll. Let's do this. Let's do that. And you encouraging and you building up and you building up. And then all of a sudden something like this happens. So you know you care about it. And like you said, man, like sailors know now though, but some sailors don't know. And you feel like you got to explain that to them too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's me personally. I feel like I got shipped off to another command because I'm doing something else. But I don't want not one sailor to think that, you know, I didn't want to be here or I was fake on what I was saying and all this stuff, man. I don't want one sailor to think that. So I'm always trying to I'm going to talk to people. I'm going to talk to everybody. I want to make everybody understand and all that stuff. But sometimes, man, you just can't, you just gotta, you just gotta deal with it how you deal with it. Cause sometimes we all deal with things differently. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? On how we do it. You know, and I know that this is a great opportunity for you.
Yeah.
What you're about to do.
Yeah.
We know that. We know that for a fact. It's a great opportunity. But still, though, you still care about sailors, man. You ain't no way around that, bro.
Yeah, bro. And then I left at a time that wasn't the best time for the history of the division. Like, you know, it was a bad time for my division, period. Like, so it's like, damn, seeing you see you sliding up out of this joint. Like, but I feel like the division is in a really good trajectory right now. You know what I mean? And I think it's going to be really, I think we're going to be really good. A lot of stuff started happening like at the moment I started taking baby leave, but it was based off of things that existed well before I got there. Just, you know, shit started hitting the fan, man. But it's a good group of people. It's some real superstars. I want to get some of y'all shout outs, but I don't want to leave nobody out. You know what I mean? But like, I really appreciated the time, man. But y'all know who y'all are, man. You know, y'all know who y'all are as a division and show the ship who y'all are, man, and keep doing it. And also, Damon, real quick, for the EMs, I'm not an EM anymore, right? So that was a sad thing. That was a sad moment for me too. This was 17 years of my life. You know what I mean? So to the EMs out there that listen to the pod, hold it the fuck down. You know what I mean? Like, they got us under the scope. That's a great place to be. You know them? Show them what we supposed to do. You know what I mean? Like, have some pride out there on them deck plates. All right, I'm going to stop there because I don't want to start crying on here. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm good, Damon, I'm up here with you.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. Especially up there with that, you're talking about the EMs, man, and holding it down, man. And I know you feel something about that because of the fact that I remember when they took our rates. You guys remember that shit, huh? We went fucking around. You don't fuck with my rate, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? We really care about that rate, bro.
I've been this shit.
I mean? We really,
I've been this
care
for
about
17 years, bro. Like a EM. You know, I feel like it's like we talked about CS. I said pound for pound CS. EM to me is my favorite rate in the Navy, man. I feel like EM is the best rate in the Navy, man. And it bothers me when I see EMs that ain't got no pride, man. You know what I mean? Like, and I want to. It bothers me to where
shit been broke forever.
Yeah, and it bothers me to where I want to show them that EM pride. You know what I mean? Now I'm on to something different, but you know, for y'all, man, you know, keep it up. Fight the good fight. The second part of this is a quick story, Damon. So here's a quick story about this whole thing. So when I left my last command before I went to the ship, right before I left my so when I made senior chief, Angeline, she bought me a card carrier, right, to carry like calling cards in, little flip carrier, something that I would have never bought myself. I'd have just probably put cards in my pocket, right? So she bought me this card carrier. By the time I'm leaving the command, I'm getting like pretty much done with the card carrier. But I meet like one last dude right before I roll. He give me his card, right? And I put his card in my card carrier. Bro, I don't do nothing with this card carrier. Like no more, period. Like I don't mess with this card carrier. I transfer to Norfolk. I go to the barracks. Somehow this card carrier kind of travels with me through the barracks and all this shit, right? So now the other day, I'm packing up my room in the barracks, right? And I find this little card carrier and I flip it open. And the first card in there is the card I got from the dude 9 months ago, right? You know what fucking card that was? The dude, that job is the job I'm going to. It was his joint. Like, I got it from him. So the command I'm going to, it was his card. You know, and I didn't tell the story.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, bro. And I think you might know the story, but I ain't say it on a pod. I deleted it because it was just too long. But that told me there, God don't make mistakes. And whatever else was in the plans, you know, whatever else was in the plans probably wasn't going to happen. The fucking card of the command I'm going to was the first card in that damn card carrying case, man. That was crazy to me.
That's wild.
Right? Shout out to Sally from Sato, man.
Yeah.
Update. Sato took care of me, bro. I said, yo, I heard horror stories about y'all.
We remember.
Yeah. I said, I heard horror stories about y'all. You were amazing. I said, what is your name? She said, Sally. So shout out to Sally from Sato. I love you, Sally. I hope everybody could use you and get help. Because I got help. They hooked me up, man. I'm leaving out of DC. I ain't got to go to Norfolk, man.
That's good shit, man. I like that, man. I like good stories like that, man, because you was a little worried about that a little bit.
Bro.
But I tell you this, man, I don't never have issue with Sato that much, man. I don't think I got issues is how long I stay on hold.
Bro, I wasn't
That's
on
my
hold
biggest
long.
thing. Bro, have you know I stay on hold for 4 hours one time waiting on Sato,
Bro,
man?
I was ready to be on hold.
4 hours waiting on Sato.
I was ready to be on
But
hold.
I'm holding in, though. I ain't hanging up.
Yeah.
I ain't hanging up, though.
Yeah. Hey, for y'all people that think that putting people on hold is a deterrent now, we got AirPods and them batteries last forever.
Yeah,
we just living our life on hold. You know what I mean? We just living our life on hold.
So I got a little news too, man. I finally got those orders, man.
Congrats, bro.
So I finally got them, man. Thanks, man. Like, that was the biggest thing because, you know, you really, the way you're doing things now, man, you really ain't, you know, doing nothing or putting the Master Chief on until you get selected for those orders. That's when you know you got it. So I finally got the orders, man. I detach, you know, in a couple of months, and I'm ready to go, man. I got another story I'm gonna tell you about later about the orders and me talking to the DC Master Chief on the ship, man. But we'll talk about that in a few minutes, man. Then on the same day I get the orders, I get my diploma in the mail, man, which is another good news, man. Like that I got my diploma for my master's degree, man. So let me tell you, man, like anybody out there that going to school or doing any of that crap, man, this was one of the longest processes that's probably I ever been through. And getting the bachelor's degree is whatever, man. It's like, okay, I worked through it. But that master's degree, man, the writing and all that type of stuff behind it, man, that what made it kind of difficult. So I'm kind of like low key proud of it because it wasn't the fact that it was the hardest thing I ever done. It was the fact that I was consistently doing one class. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I was just consistent. You know what I mean? Like I just didn't never stop. I just kept doing this one class, and finally, man, I got it done. And I'm gonna let you guys know something, man. And everybody don't know this, man. I got my bachelor's degree in 2015, man. And I'm gonna tell you guys about some consistency. I started my master's degree right after that, bro. I just never quit, bro. Like I always kept doing a class here. Then I have something go. I can't do no classes for 6 months to a year. That I get back on it. So I've been doing this like 9 years, bro. Yeah, this master program for like 9 years. So big shouts out to my college for keep on me and say, hey, get back in there, man. So I finally finished that. I'm pretty excited. I need some encouragement, bro.
Hey, so the first thing is the college. The college wanted the money. You know what I mean? So they go hit you up and say that. Oh yeah. But the second thing is this, bro. That's your master's degree, bro. That's something to be proud of, bro. That's a big fucking deal, in my opinion. Not everybody getting them joints. You know what I mean? You going for doctor? Yeah. You going for your doctors?
I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. Like, to be honest with you guys, on the low, man. I was only getting that shit because my wife got it. They ain't want to outdo me, man. I'm just that competitive, bro. I'm just
my wife got a
just being competitive.
My wife got a master's, but put us in a room together. You know what I mean? Like I'm just talking shit too. Put us in a room together, baby. You know what I mean? She gonna be like, yeah, he's smart.
Yeah, man.
But yo, that's a big deal, man.
Yeah,
and then.
Man. Deal. Thanks, man. Thanks. I'm pretty excited about that, man. Then, so I'm leaving. You got the orders. So my realtor, man. So I'm talking to a realtor now, man. Came in, looked at the house, man. Gave me a lot of shit to work on before we sell, man. But he's like, he trying to flip this thing fast, man. Like he trying to get your boy up out of here quick, man. Want me living out a suitcase real quick, man.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty excited about that too, though, man. Because at first I wasn't selling. I was going to rent it. But it's too much stuff going on, man. Like, I'm not finna do all that
so
stuff.
DJ
man.
got
so I decided I'm going to sell, man. So, yeah, man. Yeah, I believe, to be honest with you, man, DJ wasn't as upset that I thought he was going to be. I thought it was going to be a deal, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, me and Ella was already talking about it. We at one point we thought maybe she gonna have to stay here. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
While I go up there and whatever the case may be. But he was real, he was about it, man. He's all cool, whatever.
Probably ready for
you know what I mean? Like he wasn't upset about it.
Change of scenery, man.
Yeah, I think that's what it was, man. A little change of scenery, man. Yeah,
that's what's up, man.
So he was pretty cool.
Do you know where you're gonna live?
Yeah,
there yet?
No, bro, don't know. And then on top of that, another ship is home port shifting. Another carrier is home port shifting. My son's ship is home porting up there.
Oh, so he's gonna be around,
right? And guess what, man? They didn't took all the barracks. They took all the. I mean, not the barracks. They took all the freaking the housing up there.
Oh, the carrier.
Right. So you know what? So I'm going to tell my story, man, real quick. I don't know my guy, man. He might be listening to the pod too, man. But the guy I'm relieving, man. I hit him up. Like, finally got the orders and all that stuff, man. And we chatting up on Facebook, man. And he was like, "Hey, he trying to get me to check in early." You know what I mean? So I can get on the way.
Yeah.
Right. And in my mindset, I'm like, I understand, getting me in there, getting a turnover done and all that stuff. But bro, my mindset is like this though. Man, I don't know I'm staying.
Yeah. You don't even know you're gonna live.
Like, I gotta get my family situated, get all that stuff. You know what I mean? I got a date, in mind, but I don't know, man. If you guys let me know, man, like anybody ever got you guys try to check in early and try to, to get the turnover done and all that stuff. I don't know, man. Like, I'm trying to get my stuff situated first, man. We talking about maybe 2 weeks almost early.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, bro. I need them 30 days, man. I might need them 30.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
I got mad respect for Damage Control Master Chiefs on Carrier, so I ain't gonna talk my trash or whatever. I'm gonna reserve my comments to themselves about the turnover.
Have somebody ever tried to get you to check in early?
No, I don't think so. I gotta think. No, I mean, I feel gapped billets and stuff like that, but nah, nobody ever tried to get me to come.
Yeah,
because you okay. Feeling like critical roles, so the last billet I filled was gaps. The last billet I filled had been gapped for like 2.5 years or something like that. And they asked me to come to watch the frocking ceremony on my first day, but I think we talked about it on our pod. The billet I filled before that was gapped. The billet I filled, even before that was gapped. The quickest I had to get to a command was the command we were at together, the Peralta. I had to get there fast. But that was right after I made chief.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you're going to do great things over there. I don't know what the turnover is for a DCCM on a carrier. But I know you're going to, because I'm assuming you got a couple chiefs.
I'm ready, bro.
I'm assuming, yeah, you're going, that's going.
Well, right now I got one, but I'm so ready, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I'm pumped to go back to a ship, man. I'm pumped to deal with sailors. I'm ready for it, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm saying I cannot wait.
I like it, bro.
Cannot wait, bro.
All right, let's get into a couple things we missed just because we had guests and some stuff like that. Hey, for the people that watch on YouTube, let me know about my lighting. I went with a different lighting style, so I need y'all to let me know how that be. You know what I'm saying? But so in a serious note, right? We lost a sailor at sea. We never got a chance to, give a shout out to the sailor and send some love to his family. But aviation machinist mate second class, Oriola Michael Eric Bessola. I'm sure I'm messing it up, and I apologize with all due respect, but I just want to send condolences to the family of the sailor. And it's always rough when we lose,
Yeah, man. We sail out there in the Red Sea, man. One of my good friends, man, is like on the ship. Like he's on the ship too, man. And so, hey, all those guys out there in Harm's Way, man. Shouts out to all you guys. Condolences to everybody out there. Condolences to the family, man. Like, we really, really praying for you guys out there.
Yeah, man. My CO on the ship I just left, he had a line that said, "Hey, this ship on deployment." I guess he said it a lot. Like, this ship is trying to kill you. You know what I mean? And basically just saying it's dangerous. You know, it's a lot of things out there that's dangerous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, hey, and then by the way, the Bush USS George H.W. I think I said the last time about USS George H.W. Bush. Shout out to y'all. It was a great 9 months. So LSU versus all right. So all of this stuff we just gonna breeze through real fast just because we missed some of this stuff and there's some civilian news type stuff, right? I guess the first part of this is OJ, like the news just dropped that OJ died at 76 because of cancer. I was seeing OJ on Cam and Mace pod on their sports pod. I didn't know it was that bad. You know what I mean? But he passed away today.
But yeah, condolences, man, because I didn't even know he had cancer, bro.
Yeah.
And then his prostate, bro, that stuff take it down fast, man. If it ain't, you don't catch it in time, man.
Prostate, the scary joint for men.
But yeah, man, OJ was great, man. From a football standpoint, man, he's one of the greatest of all times, man. But I'm a little upset about all the sports news, man. Hey, okay, we understand all the news around OJ, man. But hey, this man then passed away. We don't need to start his title off with allegedly whatever, right? Like the man then passed away. You know what I mean? Put some respect on the man's name, bro. Like every news person I done heard and seen is always started off a certain way, man. And I think it's a little bit jacked up, man. That's just my personal opinion, but I think it's jacked up.
Yeah, and that was Damon, his personal opinion, y'all. For the listeners who can't.
Yeah, it's my personal opinion.
Who can't distinguish us by voice.
Passed away, man.
Hey, so let's keep it on sports. Women's basketball is lit, bro. Like, oh my, like, yo, let me keep it straight. I'm gonna be straight with you. I think some of the listeners know, you know too, but I don't get that excited about sports like I used to in my 20s, right? I just don't get excited about watching a bunch of people, compete against each other for money, whatever. And at the professional level, I just don't get that invested in it as other people, right? I don't even know what to say, but I don't get as invested in sports like how other people do, where like some people even like, on their obituaries, they put their team, their favorite like sports team, or they do it like when they retire, or they do like, it matters a lot to people, their favorite sports team. That's just not where I'm at. Like these people don't know me. They don't care about me. Like, boom. But yo, the women's basketball, I've been watching it, bro. Like it, like I grew up into sports. So I always, but women's basketball had me like zoned in, bro. You know what I mean? I watched the LSU and Iowa game. Hey, shout out to all of them.
Great.
And I just wanted to see Caitlin and Angel play against each other again, just to see what that looked like. Angel Reese and them, they won the chip last year, right? So who this year, okay. You know what I mean? Caitlin and them, they beat them. But Haley Van Lith, yo. Haley, so she was gonna be the cover of the episode, right? But she just can't be no more because the captain kind of took the cake, right? The captain with the scope took the cake, right? But for her to like throw her arms up like this, like when Caitlin Clark like busted 3 in her face, like it's like, yo, girl, like she like, yeah,
like, what you want me to do?
Yeah, I just can't stop.
Want me to do?
You know what I mean? And then shout out to Dawn Staley, man. Shout out to Philly. Dawn Staley came and took that thing, baby. Let's go. Undefeated season. You know what I mean? Breaking like what she was.
Man, let me know
what up.
Hey, bro, she like, I forgot how many games she is, bro, but it's like in 3 seasons they lost 3 games. Yeah, they like
103 and 3 or 3 seasons, 106 and 3 or something like that.
Yeah, it didn't lose this year at all, man. They went undefeated this year. But let me say something, man, to all the people out there, man. Like, hey, this year college basketball for the women is like on an all-time high. Let's keep it there, man. Let's keep it there, right? I know they had a lot of superstars this year. I'm sure they had some no-shit superstars in college basketball for women this year. Like way more than men. Like I'm talking about like crazy. And then you see the numbers too. The numbers was crazy and they out there competing. Now, I'm going to say this right now. Caitlin Clark is a, let me see what I'm trying to say. Like is a diamond right now, bro, when it comes to women basketball. Hey, business people, you guys need to do your job. If you guys do your job correctly or how you guys promote women basketball right now, hey, it can rise, man. It can rise up because this girl, everybody, like her name is so big right now. So please promote it correctly. Yeah. Please do your job. You got some superstar women out there right now that's balling. So if you want to get the pay where it want to, like you say, get the pay up with the guys at or whatever, now is your shot. Now is the time. Business people, get out there, do your thing, man, because it's some women out there that's balling. Yeah,
it feels more pure to me, man. It just feels more like they want it more or something, you know? Yeah. It just seems so much better, bro. You know what I mean? So all of that happened with women's. I ain't even gonna talk about men's basketball.
Hey, hold on, I got one more thing though, man. One more thing, bro. Like when I was younger, bro, and I played basketball, man, or whatever, man, I come up. If I pulled a shot from half court, I probably wouldn't play no more, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to, man, they pulling up from half court like it ain't no thing, bro. Like it's normal. Like it's a normal shot. Yeah. I'm like, man, I pull up and miss that shot. It's a wrap for your boy, man. I might not play no more whole year.
And then Caitlin left, but you still got Juju. Yeah. You still got, man, it's Angel Reese declared she going WNBA. But you still got, it's a bright future.
You got Paige, old girl from Connecticut.
Yeah, Haley Van Lift. She declared she leaving. Look, Haley, man, you gotta show us something. You know, I know you supposed to be good, but you gotta show us something. We ain't even gonna talk about Bronny on this podcast, man. No Bronny talk on this podcast. I'm gonna just let that whole subject.
No Bronny talk right now.
Let that whole subject pass.
We're gonna see. Yeah, we're gonna let that find out what's going on with that.
That's
first.
a weird topic. We also missed Eclipse. Oh, WrestleMania happened. I ain't even gonna get into that. Just shout out to The Rock. The Rock is an incredible force.
Yeah.
Like for what he's able to, Triple H too, but for what The Rock just did with wrestling is incredible. The Eclipse happened. Did you see it? Was it out there in Cali?
Nah, bro.
Oh, you ain't see it?
I think I seen a picture of it where it was like half, but I wasn't out there with my glasses on and looking for it and all that. It wasn't me, man. So
I'd have went out there without glasses. This ain't Oppenheimer, dog. Like I'd have went out there joint without glasses on, bro. Like you know, when you young, when you be like, yo, let me just put my head in front of my eye and squint. You know how it go. You be looking there where they say you can't look at the sun and you feel like you're a superhero because you looked at it. Like, I'd have been out there joint, right? Without my wife was like, they say you need protective glasses. I ain't wearing no glasses, man. You know, I'm gonna just put my finger over my eye, man. And then a hurricane. It was a hurricane, right? Was it a hurricane? Was it an earth? No, it was an earthquake, right, on the East Coast. Earthquake on the East Coast. Yeah, that was the big one too. You know,
that's crazy, right? One. Yeah, man. 4.8, 4 point something.
4.8. Yeah, it was a 4.8.
I was actually watching. I was watching First Take, man, and old girl was shaking, and then she brought it up live and said, "We just had an earthquake." Like, man, like she was like looking around, like we know what the hell.
That's crazy. And then the big news is the big three. I don't know how much we gonna deep into how deep we gonna dive into that because this ain't a music podcast. Oh, I wish it was. And that's speaking on the big three. That's Kendrick, Drake, and J. Cole. Right? Well, actually, I took J. Cole out the big three. Yeah. Just to be.
There you go. I was waiting on you to say that.
The conversation started. It was Kendrick, Drake, and Cole. Now it's just a two. A who versus who. Mano y mano. I know Kendrick want the number one spot. Drake has the number one spot. He got it. And that's just public perception. That don't got nothing to do with talent, skill, projects, whatever. Drake versus Kendrick. Drake is the bigger star. He's been the guy since they all emerged. My question for you is this. By the time this podcast come out, word on the street is that it might be a diss song or two out. Who you going with in the battle between Drake and Elite? Well, just this first round between Drake and Kendrick.
I'm going, no lie, man, and I don't even know why, but I want Drake to go hard. Not necessarily because I dislike Kendrick. I just need somebody to challenge Kendrick, man. Like on a back and forth thing, man. Yeah. Like ain't nobody. It seemed like I think J. Cole could have challenged him, but of course he didn't or whatever. But I just want that good music though. I ain't here for nothing to hit the streets and people shooting at each other. No, I'm not about that. I just want some good music going back and forth that really like on the same, I ain't gonna say, find out who the best for one. And then good music though, bro.
Some good diss
I was
record.
excited when Kendrick them dropped that shit, bro. I'm like my shoulders shaking. I'm like, yes, go, let's do something. Somebody finna do something, right? Then J. Cole dropped. When he dropped, I'm like, oh yes. I'm like, it's finna go down. Then J. Cole let me down with his apology, but I'm here to tell you, man. I hope Drake, and I think Drake can compete. Though
I think Drake is going to compete. I ain't gonna lie.
I think Drake can compete.
I think Drake about to compete. I think
Drake can compete. But I will tell you this though. I'm not when I talk about this music stuff, I'm always going to defer to Dumbo, guys. You guys know why. You know Dumbo's story. You know everything about it. So I'm always going to defer to him. But I'm going to say this. Drake, if you come out with a diss tomorrow, like the rumors say, you better have a good beat. Because Kendrick got energy every time he go in on anybody. Kendrick coming with energy. So Drake, don't just come up with some little fly ass little rap. I need you to bring the energy, bring everything, and let's go, man. Let's do something.
Yeah, I think that's what Kendrick is. Out of them guys, I think Kendrick is the king of tones. I think Kendrick is the king of emotion. Out of them, like getting the audience to feel the way he want you to feel, whether that's Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst, or if that's the other, like If I Gotta Slap Up, I'm gonna make it look sexy. Like whatever Kendrick do, you feel how he wants you to feel. Even in Like That with Future, like listening to that, I was like, yo, this dude ready to fight somebody. like I still got PTSD. I was like, oh, this dude. So Kendrick got a lot of energy. I think Drake is tired of Kendrick. Right. So I think Drake is going to put out something. And I've been listening. I'm kind of gassed now because I've been listening to too many people talk about it. So I think I'm being biased with it. I think Drake about to put out a scorcher. Like I think Drake about to go scorch earth on Kendrick, but I think Kendrick about to come right back. You know what I mean? Like I think Kendrick gonna come back. But I think Drake got something coming, some heat. Some real fire, you know what I mean? And I can tell by what he posting. Yeah. Like he posting on his Instagram, his son playing basketball. You know what I mean? Like that's what, like back when Pusha, Pusha diss Drake, like Pusha was posting his son in a swimming pool. like oh yeah, life is real good. Like so I think Drake really do got something coming that's gonna be heat, man. I wish we could stick here longer, but we won't, but we are going to transition into the part about Cole. It's sad that we can't even talk about Cole, one of the most skilled rappers like to ever rap. He one of them. He really is. But what he did here is a disappointment. And on the mental health aspect and the spirit aspect and the soul aspect and the human aspect and being a man, he did a great stand-up thing. You know, shout out to Jermaine Cole for doing with Jermaine Lamar Cole for doing a stand-up thing, dude. That's what's up, man. Like not a lot of people could stand up in front of that many people and speak from the heart, from the soul like that. So shout out to you, sir, Mr. Jermaine Cole. But J. Cole, the rapper?
Yeah.
That's Jermaine Cole from Fayetteville. But J. Cole from Vietnam, who for the last 6 years been saying if somebody stepped to him, he gonna kill him. Like that can't nobody mess with him on a mic. If he say the name, you gonna know. You gonna know he's saying. Like they had call ID and all that stuff he been saying. That's an L, cuz you just took an L, bro.
Yeah.
Like, love you. One of the best to ever, lyrically, to ever do it. But it's that Big Three thing is over. I never want to hear J. Cole ever talk about being better than people. If somebody say something, he gonna kill him. I don't want to hear none of that in them raps, bro.
None of that type
Just
of
talk
music.
about life.
Yeah, none of that.
Talk about washing clothes. Talk about your family. Talk about your...
I'm still going to buy it.
Yeah.
I'm still going to buy it, J. Cole. I'm still going to listen to you, but not on that level, though. Not on that level.
Yeah.
But I will say this, though, man. Like, for everybody who said what he put out was trash, bro, I kind of was feeling it. I ain't gonna lie.
This record?
I was feeling what he put out, though. This record. Yeah, I was like... A lot of people didn't like it, though. You know what I mean? But I was feeling it, man. I wasn't like... But what I said about it though was it just didn't bring the energy like Kendrick did. My only issue with it, and like we said, we ain't gonna go too crazy. My only issue with it was like I was talking to my brother. I'm like, yo, I feel like this is all he gotta say. I ain't feel like Cole had more to say. You know, like I'm like, damn, is this all Cole gotta say? It just felt like they was his only points, and I mean most of that. And
I understand being inspired, but that was the Jay-Z format. He pretty much did most of the Jay-Z format. Like almost the whole thing was the Jay-Z format. Not saying Cole Biden or Cole not original, but he kind of went that way. And I was looking at it like, all right, because he said it could be like swatting a fly or whatever. So I'm like, okay, he's sonning Kendrick. He making it sound kind of, because people like gotta, like, people don't like Nas like the ether. Like most people like, all he did was say jokes about, but I think all Nas was doing was Lil Bro and Jay-Z. Like, yo, I'm not about to do research on you compared to beans you whack. Your man stabbed on and made you take the blame. You lame, you ass. You went from Kane running with Jazz. Eminem murdered you or your own shit. Like, I just think Nas was just joking. Like, what you think you getting girls now because of your looks? Negro, please. Mustache having with whiskers like
I
a rat.
Nas, man.
But a lot of people don't like that. They like, well, Jay came with facts. Just because you don't understand him, it don't mean that he nice. But I think Cole took the ether approach where it's like, all right, let me say this or whatever like that. Like, but Kendrick not Lil Bro, bruh. Kendrick not your Lil Bro. I don't think so. And Cole was right. But so that's going to transition us to this next topic that I wanted to ask you about anyway. And this is Navy related. I told y'all on Facebook I was going to find a way to put these together. I told you. So that's my question. Can you, and I have you already know how I feel about it. And I think the listeners know that, that's back listeners. Can you aspire to be the best at what you do without being competitive?
I don't know if I can. Like, if you asking me that question from a personal me, I'm just a natural competitive guy. And I always I'm just competitive, man. Like, not on no bad shit though. Not on no. And sometimes, man, my competitiveness just be me in a room. Sometimes, man, I could be like, okay, say I see some people doing some stuff. Like, okay, man, if that's my competition, I'm not going out there letting the world know that's my competition or whatever. I'm just doing my thing. You know what I mean? Like, people inspire me. People who kicking ass somewhere and is doing a thing, it inspire me to be better. You know what I mean? So that's what my competitive kick. I kind of look at it hand in hand, bro. I look at both of those hand in hand. Yeah. That's kind of how I look at it, man. Like,
do you feel like?
Yeah. I don't look at it in a bad thing, though.
Yeah. Okay. So you don't look, because that was my next question. Like, do you feel like? I think a lot of people in the military look at like people that's competitive bad, bro.
In a bad light.
I don't always say a lot of people. I'm like. I believe some people think that like you shouldn't be competitive if you're in the military. I don't think that. Like, the command I go to.
Let me just say something about that competitive though. Being competitive don't mean you're stepping on people to get on top. You know what I mean? That's not what we doing. We in the same field. We all in the military, right? We all try to, like, if I'm at the same command with somebody, hey, at the end of the day, it's the command. Right? We trying to all be great, right? So it's a competitive in the same thing. I'm not trying to bring nobody down. You ain't gonna see me in a corner talking shit about nobody. They're trying to bring them down so I can get on top. That's not what we talking about. We mean competitive. We mean competitive is though, hey, you got a first string, second string, third string, right? You're on the same team, right? But I might tote the ball 5 times and you may tote it 3. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying, like, you know what I mean? Like, cause I'm the first string, but we both trying to win the game as a team.
Yeah.
At the same time, man. And that's all it's about, man. But you do get those people though. You do get those people that try to, stab people in the back and talk shit about them and all that stuff. It happens. Yeah. But that's when you got, somebody like yourself, a command scene chief, gonna bring them in and rope them in and be like, hey, let's talk about this. You know what I mean? Let's have a good conversation about this so we all can eat. We all can be great. We all can compete and still win. Compete and still win.
Yeah. I look at it like if you killing it, you know what I mean? I want to embrace that. I want to kill it too. And what does that look like for me? If the sellers, coming and talking to you, if you being able to mentor multiple sellers, whether that be officers, junior sellers, chiefs, you able to be a positive effect in their life. If your division doing good, if you got people like all of the things that make you, a good senior chief, master chief, or whatever. that those are the things that's going to motivate me, and I want to be like that, you know? So another thing, right? The command I'm going to, we just placed second in like the installation awards or whatever.
Yeah.
My question is, how come we ain't placed first? You know what I mean? You know, and that's not like negative. How come we ain't placed first? So when I get there next year, I want to place first. Like, I want us to do what we need to do to be first. I want to have the installation that's the best. Like, is that wrong?
Hey, let me tell you this, man. Like, it's almost like one of them things, man. Like, you competing, right? And like you said, you number 2 and the other thing is number 1. It's not, I don't come there, you know, asking like why am I not number 1? I'm more asking like what we need to do to get to be number 1.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a competitive thing. Like even with evals, right? If I'm 1 and 2, if I'm number 2, I'm not going there like hating on this guy because he beat me out as the number 1 sailor. I'm more okay, captain or who department head or whoever rate my eval, whoever like, you know, signing off the senior person, be like, okay, what do I need to do, you know, to be number 1, or what do I need to do to be better? That's the questions. Like, right? If you want to be sailor of the quarter, you can ask those questions. Like I think on the last pod we had CMC on here, man. Chubbs, shots of Chubbs. He was like, yeah, you can ask those questions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What do you need to do to be competitive, man? Like, that's all it's about, right? And if the person who asked me questions, like that, to me, that person is competitive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you come to ask me, hey, senior, what do I need to do, you know, for this or that? I say, okay, this guy competitive. He want to win, man. He trying to do great things. That's how
I mean, Captain Aloda, what he said? He said he wanted to have the sexiest warship on the waterfront, right, or in the fleet, whatever he said. Like, and on a ship, when we were on a ship together, I wanted my P-way to be the cleanest P-way on a ship. Like, just it's something as small as just the P-way. I don't know. Like, sometimes I feel like weird, like, because I aspired, like, I was born this way, like, you know, and I don't know if just being in the military is supposed to change that or make you different, but I've always aspired to do my best. You know, and I've always been competitive, you know, and it don't, like you said, it's not like we playing Mario Kart. You know what I mean? Like, I'm about to blow up, you know, your cart. But it's like, hey, like, let's all move and get this done. I don't know, man. I just, you know, because that like the J. Cole thing kind of made me think about that, you know, but that's just, it's something I always think about, man. And I think a lot of people think selfless is the enemy, competitive is the enemy of selfless. And I don't believe they're enemies. You know what I mean? But hey, it is what it is. Nope. And that aspect, the British Army soldiers, they can have beards. It's 100 years. British Army soldiers. Hey, that's a quick flip transition for y'all, for the listeners. But hey, British Army soldiers can have beards, man. King Charles said, hey, y'all can have beards. Hey, it just can't be no patch growth, man. So if you grow your joint patchy, man, you got shade, man. Bro.
Gotta be clean, man. Shade. Gotta be looking good. Gotta be neat. Yeah. Hey, anytime something like that happens in the world, man, I feel like one day it may trickle down. One day we might be like, hey, okay, it's time. Yeah,
bro. Like, when it's gonna happen?
A positive energy, bro. Positive energy.
Yeah, when it's gonna happen for us, man.
And then on top of that, so you guys know, it was like what? It wasn't everybody can have beers. I want to say it says chief that above or something.
Yeah, but I don't know what that means though. I ain't dig into it. Somebody else probably do.
Me either.
I ain't dig into it because I really don't know what it means.
Yeah.
You know what? It says only mustaches allowed. Yeah. Oh, here it go. Only mustaches are allowed for most soldiers in the army, but beards are permitted for some military positions on parade, including pioneer sergeants, drum majors, pipe majors, bugle majors, and goat majors. And then it says, responding to such concerns, a defense source told the Telegraph that if there's a chemical threat, then people will shave. You know, so that's what it is right there.
There you go.
But I urge everybody to look into this more because we might have just gave a false report on something. Who knows? You know, opinions based off experience. Never been in the British Army.
Yeah, man.
Hey, question.
There you go.
What's going on a boxer, bro? Like, I'm so confused about the boxer. So I read 2 articles on a boxer. I read one about engineering incidents and poor leadership that kept the boxer from deploying, right? So investigations and all types of stuff, right? Then an article came out the very next day from Divich about the boxer earning a Combat Readiness Excellence Award, right? Citing the underweight time and all of that shit. And then you just sent the article from today, bro. And today, for the listeners, it's April 11th. If you haven't really put 2 and 2 together, that is Thursday. So it's April 11th. And it's an article dated from the day saying that the boxer had to pull in somewhere. I guess they got underway and they had to pull in somewhere because of some engineering shit that's fucked up, right?
Back home port today. They pulled back into San Diego today.
Oh, so they back home port.
Yeah, they been back. So they've been gone. They deployed, like I think it was a couple weeks ago. And they already back, bro. Having some engineering problems, which I don't know all the details yet. I mean, I do, but I don't like to say it because it's secondhand. Like I know people already told me because we already got this chat about all these ships and stuff, but I don't want to say anything about it because it's all secondhand right now. But some engineering stuff going on. They back in port, man. And hey, man, the box have been having some issues. This ain't brand new to nobody. If you've been, unless you living under a rock, the box has been having some issues for a couple of years now, man. Like we're getting underway, deploying, and other ships have to take their place and all that stuff. So I'm just hoping they get it fixed, man, and get out there, man. Because I know they do. I've been on that ship a couple times.
Oh, you been on there?
I know the sailors on the ship. They want to.
I mean, you could want to get.
I'm inspector, man.
You could want to get out the way. You know what I mean? But like, what's going on? Hey, yo, look, I'm gonna tell you.
Let me show him some love, Dumbo.
Hey, boxer, check it out, y'all. Y'all want to get underway? What's going on? Like, what's going on the ship, bro? Like,
Dumbo, let me show him some love, bro.
Hey, this whole main space is fucked up, man. But look, we want it to work. Like, what's going on? They saying, hey, bro. This what they saying, bro. And again, SME stuff, right? SME stuff. Inexperienced sailors, right? Inexperienced contractors, bro. Like, what's going on? But meanwhile, they just won the Edward Ney Award.
Crazy, bro.
Like the CSS.
Bro, they won all the fucking awards.
It's like,
bro.
Yo, everything.
They was winning everything, bro.
I think that was a damage control. Because that's different. I think that was a damage control article, bro. Like not your damage control, but damage control. Publicity damage control. Like, all right, this article came out about all this bad stuff. Let's talk about the fact that we won the supply award.
No, bro, this thing says the boxer was awarded Battle Effectiveness Award, the Maritime Warfare Excellence Award, the Command, Control, Communication, and Information. All these fucking awards,
but why
bro,
y'all
they won, man.
From deployments, bro. Like, what's going on? Like that.
Hey,
like what's
man,
and listen, I know it sounds funny, but I'm serious. Like, what is going on? It's saying at least 3 engineering incidents, poor leadership. I guess they didn't have a top snipe did they not have a top snipe for a while, Damon? Or you feel like you can't speak to things?
Yeah, they didn't. Yeah, they didn't have a top snipe for a while. Hey, they got a guy on there right now though, man. I know him. He just put on Master Chief, man. He good guy, man. I'm sure he gonna get things turned around on there though. For real, he's good. Man.
They saying shit was happening with the MPA just there, like not,
Yeah, it's a lot, bro. It's a lot. I tell you that right now. I don't understand. That's the steam ships, man.
I get it, but it's like, when do we say it's a whole department that we saying a critical department? Engineering is a critical department. I get it that, we on these ships, carriers, we worrying about reactor and aviation, and then we on these destroyers and we worrying about combat systems. But engineering is a critical department. Like, when do we say like, hey, if it ain't enough subject matter experts, we need to figure out what's lacking at training. Somebody at Great Lakes now, like, we could really start talking, right? Somebody I know from Great Lakes told me that training is trash, right? And this is an instructor that's out now, but she said that training is trash up there. She said it's out is it's outdated, and I hope somebody else can speak to it. But she said that training is outdated. It need to be updated. And if you do update that training, I don't know, somebody could speak about this. Speak to me about this. If you update that training, it take a whole song and dance to update the training. By the time it probably get updated, it's probably going to be outdated again or whatever. Like, I don't know, but that's what I was told, bro. So what we doing?
Yeah, man. Well, let me tell you on a serious note, man. We like you talking about right now, man. Like, just for all the listeners to know, man. On one of these ships, somebody got to be out there, man. Somebody got to take the boxer's spot, right? And it doesn't. I don't know if you guys know or not. It doesn't matter if you coming right off deployment right now. The boxer is going out there to take somebody's place, right? If they don't go out there, that ship that's probably already out there is probably going to stay out there, right? So it's not a win for nobody. So one of these ships, I'm just throwing the box. It could be any ship that's going out there, man. They got to relieve another ship. If they don't make it out there, it's going to backfire on somebody else. Somebody got to be out there, right? So it's not a good look, right? So whatever needs to happen, man, they need to get out there, man.
Yeah. All right. So we fight.
Me and Dumbo talking about this.
We fighting two different fights right now, and that's cool, right? People get to hear us, have two different, kind of thoughts. But my question to you, like, what's up with this technical expertise, bro?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. My opinion, bro. And this is not me because I know nothing about Steam, bro. But I don't know if it's a lot of Steam guys still out there, bro. That's a lot of, like, our technology is moving from that, right? And a lot of it's a lot of old school MPAs and a lot of old school LDOs that still know a lot about this Steam stuff. But a lot of those guys are getting out the Navy, bro.
Right.
And I'm not saying that, look, this is my opinion. Again, I'm going to say that again. My opinion. I think a lot of all that technical expertise is getting out the military, bro.
Yeah.
Now, and I'm not calling nobody out. I'm just saying it's a lot of that stuff is leaving, bro. You know what I mean? Like you said, if something in Great Lakes is outdated, that means it's getting worse and worse year by year. You know what I mean? On the expertise side.
Yeah, and that's what I heard. I don't know if it's true. Somebody could tell us if it's true or not. But it's like, bro, like, who the fuck is going to learn this shit, right? And the reason why I'm asking that is like, who going to teach it? The contractors are now fucking shit up, bro. The contractors. Some of them people that was in the Navy working on the ship that got the US map, bro. It's some of them people that got the US map, bro. You know what I mean? Like, they go on the shipyard saying that they are ready to do work, man, and they being asked questions. I don't know how they getting interviewed. I don't know what's happening, but that's what's happening. I don't know what you're looking at right now, but it's pretty obvious.
No, I'm looking at this right here, man, because it says right now, like, the boxer long journey to her deployment began after she underwent $200 million 2-year overhaul, bro, and 22.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? $200 million, bro. Like, are you serious right now, man?
That mean it ain't just the equipment, bro.
That's a lot of money, bro.
That mean it ain't just the equipment, bro. It's the technical expertise, bro. Like, where is it going to be?
Yeah.
And in the long run, I don't know, man. Like, what we're going to talk a little bit about experience and time on a ship later in a couple minutes. I just, like, it's a lot I'm not saying because I'm not able to word it. Like, I'm not trying to say it. I ain't able to word it. But to me, this SME technical expertise stuff to me is a major issue in the military. It's a major issue. To me, though, this is my major. This ain't a military. This ain't my scope on the military. This is my own thing. It's like where it's at right now on a boxer in that department, And I know that ain't the only engineering department that people are probably wouldn't be graded over a C level on their technical expertise. That's just me, So let's get to something that's a little less serious and severe. Maybe it is serious and severe. Who knows nowadays, man? But the Marines, Camp Pendleton, as a task and purpose article about how Marines could self-repair their barracks. I think it's cool. I know it's pros and cons, but I'm gonna talk about like pros I see in it, and that's like, hey, man, you got control. They could paint it themselves. some of the small knick-knack stuff, they could go ahead and fix. You don't got to wait days, weeks, months for somebody to come fix your stuff, man. You got more control. Me personally, the sailor that I would have wanted to fix my own shit. So that's my thought. I'd have wanted to fix my own shit on that.
Yeah, I mean, my thoughts is my only thing I think about, man, is like, if something goes wrong, and I don't, you know what I mean, what's going to happen?
The liability, right?
If I fix like a little hole in the wall, if I cut through something, I cut a pipe, or I hit some electrical wire, I do something like that, hey, as I'm being reliable for it. You know what I mean? That type of stuff. So I'm assuming they're going to have them signing something, say, you can take care of certain things in there, and you sign off on that. I'm assuming that's how it's going to be if it's not already like that. But that's the only thing that scares me. But, we do it all the time, though. Like, if I was in housing, if I got a little bit of something that's something small, I'm going to try to fix it myself. If I'm in the barracks room, like it's something small, we never dealt with it because we had people to come in. You can call the 1-800 number and somebody come in and fix it for you, which probably take a couple months or whatever. But I think it'll be easy on everybody if little small things like that get fixed, man. But like I said, no one wants to be reliable for nothing, though. So they got to be cleared up before I do anything in the barracks room. Don't mind doing it. A lot of sailors, a lot of Marines don't mind doing the work. It's probably easy. But just the fact that if something get a little bit bigger, you just don't want to be reliable for it.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to be on the hook, to fix none of that stuff. And hopefully that's not what's happening. But yeah, I mean, if you tell me I'm going to go get my own tools, because I think they got like the thing where they got to grab tools and protective gear. It's kind of controlled. Man, I'm going to be straight. I probably would be going to get my own tools, fixing my stuff, boom, boom, boom. I don't know how you document it. They probably got to document that they fixing it, a whole bunch of stuff. But we ain't about to get into the article. I just think that more ideas like this would be decent. Of course, you got all the controls that got to go with it. Right. So I got a question for you. And my question for you is, should they do time? Right. So here's the thing. A former Marine Corps reservist was sentenced to prison on Friday after pleading guilty to selling fake COVID-19 vaccination cards to unvaccinated individuals during the COVID-19 pandemic. According to a U.S. Attorney's Office for the Eastern District of New York, 28-year-old J. Lou was sentenced to 21 months in prison after conducting a fake COVID-19 vax card scheme with 29-year-old Stephen Rodriguez, a Long Island nurse. Rodriguez was previously sentenced to 30 months in prison last year, right? So fake COVID cards, man, should they do time?
I think right now, bro, right now for those fake cards, he should be released.
For real?
Like right now. All the stuff we done heard about COVID now, I think he should release his ass right now, man. Like, we letting people back in the middle. We letting them back in, bro.
We asking them to come back in.
You know what I mean? We letting them back in, bro. But to be honest with you though, I mean, I'm just kidding around. Like, what if somebody, like, one of them fake cards, somebody died though?
Yeah, I think that's,
what I mean.
Like,
that's how we going to think about it. If somebody passed away, they'll be on the hook for that too. So I get it, I understand, but at the same time, we letting people back in right now too, though. I just want to be clear on that too.
Yeah, they gonna come through with one day they gonna come through with the clicker from Men in Black, man. and these last like 3-4 years just never happened, bro. Like somebody go hit us with that clicker, man. All right, let's get into the big topic. It's been weighing near and dear on my heart. I don't even know how to introduce it, what I'm gonna say, but I want to have an objective. We've been having a lot of conversations about the Chiefs mess, and I want to have a full one, what I believe to be a full conversation about the Chiefs mess, and I want it to be objective. And we'll talk, when we get Junior Sellers about stuff as always, but I just want to kind of go off of my opinion, right? So we did a podcast with Paul Kingsbury, and when I was talking about the mess, and on his podcast, I was talking about the mess as a place, right? Like a physical location, right? So when I was saying, I think I said like it's tricky for me when it comes to the mess. And that wasn't me talking about the Chiefs mess like as the entity. That was me talking about the Chiefs mess as the place, because inside of those doors I see a lot of cool people that I rock with inside the mess,
Yeah.
right? And now that's a metaphorical kind of thing too, where I'm also talking about like no matter what, right? So what kind of inspired me in this was the other day when I was leaving my ship for the last time. I saw a chief walking up the brow, and he had a seller, and he was supporting the seller. It was a young woman. She was crying, right? And I don't know what he was doing. I don't know what was wrong with her or what was happening. But I felt like in that visual, that chief, he looked like he was protecting her. He looked like he was making sure he was taking her to where she needed to go. And from that visual, I looked at it and I said, that's a fucking chief doing what he's supposed to do, man. And it made me feel good because I know that's what he was doing. You know, it made me feel good about it, right? Because you sometimes we hit this internet, we read these articles, we see these comments, and you could really feel bad. Like, damn, like we suck, right? And the reason why I say we suck is because I'm a chief, bro. So when I read all of these, and you could come in anytime, Damon, this ain't one of those conversations, right?
Yeah.
Well, when I read all of these articles, bro, like they either pain me, right? Or they piss me off. And I don't get mad at the sellers. I usually get mad at whoever they had this experience with. You know what I mean? But it hurts me, bro, because I'm a part of this team. And we already talked about any team I'm on, I want my team to be doing its best, bro. So like, I just hate, dealing with some of what's going on. And I know these are checks that we be writing ourselves in a lot of cases, right? So that's the first part of this all, right? I know that it's some chiefs that got shit going on, that like we got people selling secrets, we got people doing sexual assault. This one seller jumped in our comments and was like, yeah, I was sexually assaulted by the chief. And then the person that took the report was a chief, and they didn't take the report really. And then the whole chain of command, it was chiefs, and nobody like helped me and all of this. I'm like, damn, it just be like layers and layers and layers of trauma from like fucked up chiefs. But I also want to say fucked up people, because I'm going to put that back in there later, in the conversation later. But yeah, I don't agree with that, right? And I'm going to openly call out chiefs that's misrepresenting the mess forever. I'm not going to if you misrepresenting the mess in a detrimental way to where you selling secrets and you sexually assaulting somebody, I'm not putting my arm around you. Like, I'm not like reeling you back in. I don't know how you feel about that, but you selling secrets and you sexually assaulting somebody, I'm not reeling you back in, bro. It's over. It's over. Like you, like that. That's harming us.
I am 100% behind you, bro. And I'm gonna say this, man. To like, we know about the bad apples and that type of stuff, man. But for me personally, it makes it easy for me though. Because when someone makes that type of mistake, bro, like, ain't no like I know it's a representation of like, okay, we in the mess, and once they come in, when you come through those walls, we finna protect this and we finna protect that, we finna do this, we finna do that, bro. If you fucking up, we're about to handle this shit, man, the right way. Ain't no way around it, bro, because you know why we gonna handle it the right way, or why we supposed to? I'm gonna say it right now. We supposed to handle it the right way, because I know everybody's not. So I ain't crazy. I understand that. Everybody's not handling things the right way. But the reason why we supposed to handle things the right way is because what we represent. We represent the mess as a whole, like we just said, right? And once that get out, that's why you get articles. That's why you get people out there saying what they don't trust, and they do this and they this and they that. That's why, because we're not doing what we're supposed to do all the time.
Yeah.
Right? But let me tell you something. If we are doing what we're supposed to do, man, it's easy, because we would do it to anybody else. If you breaking the rules, or you going against the UCMJ, all this stuff, you gotta hold people accountable.
Yeah.
If you don't hold them accountable, you fucking the game up for everybody. When I say everybody, I'm talking about the mess. You fucking it up for everybody. Nobody want to come talk to me. You know what I mean? Don't nobody want to, hey, senior, let me come talk to you real quick. No, because now they thinking, you know what? This chief did this senior chief did this master chief did this. They don't care about us. They just care about themselves. They just, as long as they end up, all this stuff gonna come out. And it's just true. I mean, I know I'm saying like, it's my opinion, all this, but think about it, man. You can go in the civilian world. You got bad apples out there too. You got people out there doing crazy shit too. It ain't just us chiefs. It's everybody doing it. And people are making bad decisions about it. You know, but for the junior sailors, man, that's out there going through that stuff, man, I'm here to tell you, it's not everybody though, right? I know.
Yeah, you about to transition already? No, don't transition yet. Don't transition yet.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Don't transition yet. So, you know, we get, it's a lot of flack for chiefs for like turning a blind eye versus stopping people, right? That's one of the things we get flack for. And, just reading through some of the comments, even under our posts, it's like people feel like we need more leadership training. And it's just like, but some people feel like the chief mess, right? Some of these junior sellers feel like the chief's mess is an evil cult, right? Of people, right? And now, like, and some of these comments be like under our like clips when we're saying that, like, yo, this chief is messed up. Like Will Rock would have, like he did this. Will Rock would have been like, yeah, because all chiefs. So it's like, yo, we say, and I'm like, and sometimes I'm like, damn, like, do these people, so somebody told me one day, they was like, well, thank you for like listening and not reacting, right? But it's like, yo, I'm like, I still feel a way. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, yo, look, hey, senior chief, I'm about to shit on chiefs for 20 minutes straight. And then thank you for just listening and not having a response as I shit on this entity that you're a part of, right? So the first part of this is that the entity I'm a part of, everywhere I go at, I'm making sure that I'm holding it down and what it's supposed to be the right way, right? We've been through this stuff, Damon, real time on the ground level. And we had to say and do things to stop things from happening and put them in check. We've done it. It's documented, bro. Like every single time.
Facts.
And we can't really prove it. It's documented though. Yo, we took those steps. And ain't no chief about to be doing this, about to be looking crazy in the mess that I'm a part of. If it's not like this secretive thing that we never knew about, but if it's something that we knew and it's public, you're going to get checked. Yeah. That's just how it goes. Yeah. You're not about to slide. You know what I mean? So that's that part.
And you can't, like, especially like you can't let them slide either.
Yeah.
That's what I want people to understand in the mess, man. Like, look, I'm gonna tell you how I think about it and how I look at it, man. It's a couple ways how I do it, man. It's like this. And this goes all the way back to my family, bro. I feel like when I know something happened in the mess, somebody doing some crazy shit, and I know about it, I just feel like I gotta get that shit off my chest, bro. I can't just walk around and we come in there every day and I'm looking in your face, we dapping it up and no.
Yeah.
I feel like I got to get that off my chest. Because if you don't get, for every sale, like if you don't get off your chest, man, somebody else going to bring that incident up and they going to say, you know what? Seeing Chief Leggins knew about that already. He didn't do anything. That won't be me. That's not going to be me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to handle it in the mess. I'm going to handle it. I'm going to handle it however I need to handle it. I'm going to handle it. Yeah. Right? Because I don't want nobody to say, I knew about it and didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
Right? That's what I don't want to happen.
And that's what I look at as loyalty to the mess. Right? I don't look at loyalty to the mess as loyalty to the mess. It's like loyalty to this chief or loyalty to this person. I look at loyalty to the mess as like loyalty to that oath. Loyalty to that creed, loyalty to this institution or whatever, and then loyalty to whatever the military stands for in the Navy. Like that's what I look at it. So I'm not loyal to you, bro. I'm not loyal to this chief, this senior chief, this master chief. If I'm being loyal to the mess, that means I'm being loyal to the UCMJ. And they teach that when you go through the season. For all the people that keep thinking the season is this transitional period where they turn chiefs into these evil assholes. No, they teach chiefs that lesson when you go through the season. That's a lesson that they teach us. And we're going to talk about that in a second too. And another thing is me and Damon ain't the only two chiefs out there that's checking people when they doing the wrong shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I know it's other people out there.
A whole lot of them. Trust me. It's a whole lot of them, bro. That's way better at this thing than me.
Yeah, me too.
And Dumbo.
Yeah.
Like, we've been doing it for a long time. I'm telling you, it's some good motherfuckers out there that's kicking some ass out there.
Yeah.
So don't think because me and Dumbo on here talking about it, well, we'll do this, we do that. No, it's a lot of people that's on the same lines as we are about things like this, man.
Yeah. And there's people out there that's going to check me. It's people out there that, like, our voices kind of get amplified because we got this podcast and stuff like that. We just our opinions based off our experiences, right? But people hit us up. Like, if we say if it's irresponsible, whether it's us or our guests, somebody gonna hit me up like, yo, bro, like, you know, you said this, boom, 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 you know, and that's respect. You know, so when I'm talking about being checked, I'm not talking about like, yo, like a fight in words. Like, it's like, yo, we need to put you in, like, I need to tell you this, boom, boom, boom type stuff, man. And I just, I want to, because I want to transition in a second, but I just want to stress that it is some messed up people doing messed up things in the Chiefs mess, right? Now, like I said, if I ever was somewhere where like somebody else's viewpoint of that is probably more amplified than mine. Because if I ever was somewhere where that was happening, I feel like it got sniffed out real fast, you know? And if it didn't get sniffed out by me, somebody sniffed it out before me, but I probably got to them. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know of the corrupt Chiefs mess because that's just not the way I was raised to be. Like I was raised to be somebody that's going to create conflict in a situation. That's just me. I'm gonna make it uncomfortable. Like that's just, remember our old chief meetings. Like I used to just get up, like you're like, all right, chief meeting. I'm gonna say something that's gonna just rattle everything. Like that's just my personality. I was born like that. I was raised like that. I'm always gonna be like that. But like I said, I'm not the only one. Some OGs out there, some people out there that's really holding it down, kicking ass, taking names, and keeping people straight. That's happening. But yes, it is some real messed up people. And the part that I was talking about this is a place I go to with people I like, because some of that stuff don't be trickling out just from what I'm hearing from sailors. Some of that stuff don't be trickling out of y'all's divisions though. You know, like some of these people treating y'all like shit and then coming back to the mess and being great people. I like I said, I haven't seen it. I don't know too many. It is one dude. Well, no, this dude was just an asshole all around the board. but outside of this dude, like it's I don't see much of that stuff happening where I know somebody is doing all this stuff. So y'all gotta communicate it, you know. And I don't know why it's this whole. I don't know what type of fear some of these dudes be putting in people, Damon, to where they think the only place they have to go is Reddit, you know? And for the young sellers, y'all tell me. Because like I said, I really don't know. You know, I really don't know. Like what type of threats are y'all getting to where y'all think y'all not protected by the Navy's system and structure? And I know that people have stories, so I'm not negating them stories. I just want to know what they are and how. And I know some people have said them and they spoke to them and stuff like that. And maybe I'm just ignorant, you know what I mean? But I know if you report somebody and you know, and if you need help, then find another, you know, like it's just hard because some people just don't trust the mess, bro. Some people just don't trust. It's like, that's a conversation that's hard because I could say, hey, report it. And then they're going to say, well, if I report it to this person, then this person ain't going to do nothing because they're chief too. It's like, but you really don't know till you report it, bro. Like, I don't know. Yeah. And then somebody going to be well, I did report it and it did have, but it's like, yo, you can't like, you can't stop. Like I was telling my division, like, yo, if I don't get it done, go higher. If this person don't go higher, if this person don't get, you know, you gotta go higher, bro. Like you can't let it stay corrupt. And no, I'm not putting the responsibility on the person. You know, the responsibility is on us, other chiefs. We already talked about that part, you know, but it's like, I just don't like people being silent, bro. Am I making sense here or what, man?
No, it make perfect sense, man. Like you got to get that stuff off your chest, man. And Yeah, Reddit is one of those things where people are getting stuff off their chest on there. No doubt about that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, man, you can't be silent, man. You can't expect things to happen for you or things to get better. And like my mom just tell me, closed mouth don't get fed, right? You know, that saying
Closed
is you
mouth
got to
don't get
talk about
fed.
it. You got to say something, man. You say something that don't happen, like Dumbo said before, man. It's, hey, keep riding, man. Keep riding up.
Don't
Go to the
stop,
next one.
bro.
Go to the next person. Go to the next person, man. Don't stop, because what you're creating is toxic, man. If you let it stay there, you're creating something. And I was always taught, if don't nothing happen, somebody gonna continue to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So something has to happen, right? If it don't, you know, I'm telling you, it's gonna keep going, and that's gonna take then it's become an environment that no one wants to come to work in. And that's what we don't want. Right.
Yeah.
We don't bring in these young sailors into the Navy that don't want to come to work. That's crazy environment. And also, I want to apologize for people who's put in that position who don't want to come to work every day. Right. You coming to work to do a job, and then you don't want to be there because of some negativity, some toxic environment, some whatever the case may be. That's bad business, man. And that's not what these young people or anybody join the military for. So
yeah, it's not.
Keep riding it up. Yeah, and try to get to it. Try to get to an end point. Try to get some results. That's what we need. We need some results, man.
Because the shit on Reddit is egregious, man, bro. The shit on Reddit is egregious, and I know we speaking from a different position, and it's weird to say that, but I'm speaking from the position of somebody that's not gonna stop. Like if somebody wrongs me and I take action, I'm not stopping. You know, it could make it up to the captain. If the captain don't hear me and I've been wrong, I'm going past to see. Like, that's just who I am, right? And I'm talking about me as a junior sailor in this aspect, right? But even now, I still do that. But, you know, I know it's different channels and different, you know, thing. But I'm not stopping, bro. Like, what? You know, all right, now, before we transition, let's talk about transition for a second. So the season, right? Like, I'm going to just say this so y'all, so people can know the season is not this cult-like thing. I got a lot of issues with the season, and that got a lot to do with like things. Some things should be more baseline, streamlined, like stuff like that, right? Like the normal issues. But season is not this place where first classes go to become evil. You know, to transition out and be like these evil people, because every chief ain't an evil person. I'm sorry. I apologize from the bottom depths of my heart if your entire naval experience had to do with evil chiefs. I'm sorry. You know, like wholeheartedly. But everybody ain't everybody. You know. I know that might sound crazy to you because you like, well, that was 6 of my chiefs. Yeah, that's crazy.
Sorry for all 6.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy,
it's messed up.
Man.
You know what I mean?
But and trust me already, man.
Yeah, what's up, Dame?
Go ahead, Demo. Yeah, if you got a chief that's crazy, and you think the mess did is as they transition, they was crazy before, or they was out of control before, because we didn't do it in 6 weeks. You know what I'm saying? They was already out of control. It's most definitely didn't happen because we went through this training. Believe that, man. And I'm like Dumbo, like some of the things I have with our season and things like that. But it's not a bad thing either, though. The things that we do in there, man, is to help, it's to mold, it's to put them on the right path, man. Everybody go have their own path, but we're trying to put them on the right path, man, and let them know they got a backup. Yeah. You know what I mean? They got you know what I mean? You got help. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people that have been through the same position that you may find yourself in one day, but you need to communicate that, and maybe you can get some help instead of making a bad decision. Some bad things happen. Yeah. That's what the mess is all about. It's letting you know that you got help. You know what I mean? That you can go in the mess and say, hey, this happened to one of my sailors. And I probably say, oh shit, man, I know somebody else that been in that same situation you was in. Give him a call. You know what I mean? Like that's what this thing's about, man. Yeah.
And now I read a lot of what sailors had as problems, right? I do think that the Navy as a whole are taking steps to like fix some of these problems that sailors had. Some of the legitimate sailors got legitimate problems, right? With the Chiefs mess, right? Some of the problems sailors saying like legitimate. And I think the Navy is taking steps. Some of these we don't see, but I see some things in some of these. So I said and the reason why I think, because a lot of the like younger sailors, it affects y'all too, so y'all don't see. But I think the Navy just starting earlier, right? So I think the LDC, right, the leader development courses starting with the E4s. I think the Navy is there trying to start leadership courses at that level, working your way up to chief. So by the time you do make it a chief, you have some of that leadership training that we saying that chiefs lack. Because even when I was at my fundamental leadership course, the one I facilitated, a lot of my settlers was like, well, is my chief going to get this training? Is my first class going to get this training? We like, yo, everybody got to get the training. So I think starting that fundamental, I think that's one of the Navy's ways of trying to make a round turn on where we think leadership training is lacking for chiefs, because it's going all the way up, right? Another issue somebody talked about was promoting too fast. I honestly think DMAP is going to challenge that, right? I think the way DMAP is, where you really not making rank, like it's going to be to a point now where you really not making rank till you leave commands and, just a whole bunch of different stuff that got it. I'm not going to get into every nuance of DMAP, but you're staying in your rank longer, right? Because I know that's an issue people kind of called out. That's one that I think is going to affect that a little bit. We still need tech experts, so we still need people to study. I wrote from E4, I never had an issue with not feeling. So like I said, again, I speak from a different standpoint, because from an E4, I never had an issue with not feeling like I had responsibilities. Right. I never didn't feel like my voice was heard, but it's me, who I am inherently as a person. Right. Like my voice gonna be heard. Shit, we started a podcast. Like it's who I am in my spirit. Like my voice will be heard. So even as an E4, I did things to make sure. I know that's not everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if you got anything for that. My question,
yeah, man, we doing like you right. We
I'm listening.
Go ahead.
I'm listening.
Come on.
I'm listening.
We are taking strides to that, man. I think all the leadership stuff that's coming out, like you said, working your way up, the DMAP, the things where you got now that the 30-month thing you got to do before you can even be eligible for petty officer and things like that. All that stuff is in place, and it's coming back from, I think, like Damo said, I think it comes from a lot of feedback from you guys out there, right? So keep giving the feedback. And I really, really think we are hitting it on the head with the leadership training, though. I think that's a big deal, man. Like, when I came in the Navy, we was doing that leadership training already. Like, I went to a lot of this leadership training when I first came in, when I was at E4 and E5. We was doing this training, then it kind of went away. So I'm glad it's back now, man. It's nothing like doing training and opening it up to everybody so you really can understand what people thinking and what they feeling. Like, okay, I didn't think, because if you get me doing training, I'm going from my experience in this training, right?
Yeah.
But when you're having a conversation with somebody else and now you're getting a different thought, then you're like, holy shit, that shit just open. It don't just help you as a junior sailor. It helps me as a senior sailor, because I'm thinking about stuff from a different point of view than you are. So that's where the conversation needs to come from. That's why I like these conversations and things we having with junior sailors, because it makes me think. I'm like, holy shit, I've been looking at this shit wrong for a long time. So I'd be glad to have those conversations, man. So I think we starting to get it right, man.
Yeah, and again, it's all assumption. I ain't got no trade secrets, and with none of this stuff. But I believe Big Navy has seen the deficiency in leadership and started to play a longer game with, okay, let's start training them longer. Let's start keeping them in their ratings for a little bit of longer time, so they have a little bit more tenure before we start. It don't feel right. We don't like some of it, right? A lot of us don't like elements of DMAP. I'm not saying how I feel about DMAP right now. I'm just saying that I think that that's Big Navy's answer to some of these issues that we have with leadership in the Navy, as far as people not being trained, and we need more, right? LDC is cool. That those are the FLDC, ILD. That's cool, but we need more. We need more stuff different. And it's a lot of little trainers floating around too. So I can't even act like it's not. You got the Trust Edge, and there's a whole bunch of stuff. Again, I hated Trust Edge, but you have it, and then there's other things too. The John C. Maxwell. There are things that's happening, right? Some of those things we do have to embrace, and that's the last part I think I'm gonna talk about is like when it comes to embracing certain things. Now, one thing that I do want to say is this. Like Damon said, Damon touched on it a little earlier. I'm going to quote Kanye without certain words, but he said, there always be haters. That's the way it is. Hated dudes marry hated women and have hated kids, right? That's what Kanye said, right? And I say that because some of this shit don't start when people make Chief, right? Some of these people been turning a blind eye to the wrong shit before they made Chief. Some of these people was turning a blind eye when they was second classes. But I know y'all don't want to hear that part, but some of these people been turning a blind eye. Like everybody, it ain't roses and fucking waterfalls and then the day you make Chief, you just become this bad, evil person. Like some of these people been making the wrong decisions before that, right? And I'm talking about people. I'm not talking about ranks. I'm talking about people.
Yeah, people.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I agree with you 100%, man. Yeah. People.
Yeah. So we gotta take a look at ourselves with some of that stuff. Like we already put all the stuff in the front about Chiefs, it being messed up Chiefs and all that. We put all that in the front. Now we talk about that. But the last part I do want to touch on is this. Somebody killing us right now. Somebody pissed off. But I mean, it's just, and we gotta have this conversation with a junior seller. So definitely come on, man. Let's talk about it. But the last part I do want to talk about it like this. Some of these things, these programs, whatever it is, like we gotta give them a chance, bro. Like when I checked in, when I talked to one of my junior sellers, he was like, yo, senior man, like, like you really, like, you did good, whatever, right? But he was like, I can't lie though, when you first came, people was, they wasn't, it wasn't it. I'm like, why not? He's like, oh, because you was new. So I came in just new. Just the fact that I came in and I'm a senior chief, I got strikes against me. I ain't have to do nothing to get the strikes against me. What I had to do things to take this. So I was graded on a curve. I was failing on a graded curve when I checked in. And I had to come out of the curve to be passing, and which, I was able to do, but I came in failing. And that's where I don't know. Like, so young sellers, y'all got to help me here, right? Because I wasn't asking for nobody to trust me. I was just asking for some objectivity, like just be objective about me. You know what I mean? And you got to earn that. Yeah. And I understand earning trust, right? I'm not trying to get trust. The rank shit. None of that, like I ain't even on that stuff, right? Like I work for you, we get stuff done. Yeah. My rank might get me into a conversation that your rank can't get you in, right? Boom. But like, why the hell am I failing that goal? Well, I'm starting that failing, man. Like y'all gotta talk to me, y'all. Like I'm interested in why I gotta start that failing, and I'm interested in what y'all think about that too. You gotta listen to the pod though for this. This ain't no clip shit.
Yeah. And I think why, because they get so comfortable in doing things a certain way, and they know if somebody brand new coming in a leadership position, things could change. You know what I mean? So I can understand, they got to give you, but like you said, just give me a chance though. That's all I'm looking for. Just, you know what I mean? Just hear me out, give me a chance, but automatically, like,
some people disposition is also second-handed. And I ain't going to dig too deep in them. I'm going to lead them with at the semi-medium-sized words that some people dispositions are second-handed. And a lot of people got influence over young sellers and can affect their dispositions. You know what I mean? And if you got that kind of power and influence, whether you be a chief, first class, whatever, make sure you being responsible with that. You know what I mean? There's way too many sellers that been in the Navy for 2 days that hate they chief, hate the Navy. But and for all y'all, everybody, all ranks, junior, senior, officer, we love all y'all, man. And I honestly want the progression of all this shit. I don't want, and I don't know if I'll ever see it, but I'm that make-believe fantasy guy. I don't know if I'll ever see it, but I want to see a day where it's not an overwhelming amount of sellers on Reddit saying that the Chiefs mess is trash and sucks and need to be discontinued and everything like that. I want to see a day that changes. Why do I care? I don't know, but I do. I really, really care. You know what I mean? I really care. These are things I care about. This is the Navy I'm in, man. And I want to see a day that these things change.
Yeah, it's facts, bro. No doubt about that, man.
Did we cover everything?
Man,
Did we miss anything?
I wrote some on here. Yeah, I think we hit that, though. I think we hit that pretty good, man. You guys help us out, man. Hit us up, man. You see where we going with this, man. So if you guys got any questions about any of that stuff, man, hit us up, man. And that's up and down the chain of command, too, man. Like junior sailors.
Just lead with love, man. Lead with love. Man. Lead with love, please.
Lead with love, yeah. Most definitely, man. I had a couple of questions, man, in there, but I'm just going to hit one of them, though, man. Like, have you ever, as a time in the Navy, you've been in, 16, 17 years yet? Is it something that the Navy, man, that you just say, man, they just didn't get this right?
Yeah, Mom.
I mean, I just don't believe they got...
Perform to serve, my guy, man, Nick Hip. He had to get out the Navy because of PTSD, man. Like, that, it was the worst shit ever. One of the best electricians that I've known had to get out the Navy because of perform to serve.
Yeah. Wow. I got, and mine is like, I got, to tell you the truth, man, I got a lot of them, to tell you the truth, man. I got some PTSD. I ain't gonna lie to you. I got some PTSD things too, though, man. But I'm gonna tell you the biggest one, man. The biggest at my last command, man. On the ship we was on, man. We had a couple senior chiefs on there, man. I just felt like we just didn't get it right with them, man. Like, I feel like both of those guys should be Master Chiefs, man.
Oh, for real?
And you know what? I know it's a competitive. Yeah, I just know it's a competitive thing, man. I know, you got boards and all that stuff, man. I know all this. Yeah. But when I tell you, hey, I work with these guys, man. These guys are top notch at what they do, man. I just felt like we just didn't get that right, man. I feel like all that knowledge and all that stuff them guys got, man, just left, man.
Yeah.
Like just gone. I'm telling you. I know they run circles around, people I didn't see before, man. So I just... Yeah,
hey, so
it's my thoughts, man. We didn't get that.
So help me out with this, because I'm kind of weird about this, right? So I need your help here. I don't look at them no different than I look at a Master Chief, though.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah, I'm with you with that 100% because of who they are and how they hold themselves and the respect they get when they walk in the room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I understand that, but I just think it should have been put on too, though. You know what I mean? From a respect standpoint, yes. Right? I got it. I understand exactly what you're saying about it, man, because they most definitely get that from a respect standpoint. You know what I mean? But I just feel like they name should have been on the list.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just feel like, and then I don't know. And then look, this is me talking. I don't know. I'm just telling you from my interactions for 5 years with those guys, 4-5 years with them. You know what I mean? That's my interaction.
Yeah,
it's
you
like
don't know
those
about
guys
the skeletons.
are top-notch guys.
He basically said he don't know about the skeletons.
I'm just telling you.
To that one seller that really had a bad interaction with my guy. David basically said he don't know. Like he don't got no.
Yeah,
he don't know. He don't know.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, I look at them.
Yeah, man.
I look at rank so weird, man. Like I don't look at rank normal, bro. Like I look at those dudes. Like I said, I really do look at, but they ain't get paid and they ain't put it on. So I get it. I totally understand that part, and I gotta continue to kind of process that part. But man, like that rank thing, I don't know. It's too hard for me to explain how I see it.
Yeah, me and you both. We most definitely, me and you with the rank thing, we most definitely see things different from a different view. You know what I mean? I'm the guy that says like LPO. You know how I think about that situation, but we ain't gonna go there right now.
We gotta bring it up.
We
gotta bring it up another time for the 99 and the 2000. We gotta bring it up for everybody that's new. Though we gotta have it. That's a fun conversation. All right.
Yeah, most definitely, man.
We got some questions from listeners. We got 2 of them.
Okay.
The first one said, I know Chiefs are always going to want to grow the mess, but why do they, in a lot of cases, try to defer sellers from dropping LDO packages? And this is from somebody named Foot Stizzle 061. I think this was on YouTube. So basically, he said, why do chiefs try to defer sellers from dropping LDO packages? You want to start?
Yeah, man, I'll start those, man. I don't know why, man. Like, I encourage people to be the best they can be, man. And, you know, like, I feel like that's an opportunity. And anytime, and I'm big on stuff like that too, man. I'm big on opportunities.
Yeah.
And I feel like, you know, LDO and warrant officers, all those packages you could put in, I feel like it's an opportunity, man, for you to do greater things. So why would I want to, you know, hold you back from that? You know what I mean? So I don't really understand that. Why, but I know it happens though. Trust me, I've seen it happen. But you know, sometimes it happens because you are good at what you do.
Yeah.
Right? Since you are good at what you do, somebody want to keep you in that mold and say, hey, you'll be a great master chief. You'll be a great senior chief. You'll be a great chief. So they try to keep you and hold you there. So I understand that too. But at the same time, man, we are out here to grow sailors, period. You know, you're not necessarily growing sailors for the mess. We're growing sailers also in the Navy. And sometimes people are better officers than they are chiefs. You know what I mean? And then on top of all of that, we are opportunity. I'm going to let you take your opportunity to be the best you can be. I'm going to encourage you to do what you want to do. And I do the same thing for people, sailors who getting out the Navy. I'm not encouraging you like, no, I'm going to tell you what I think, but I'm not encouraging you to stay Navy if you don't want to stay Navy. I'm encouraging you to be the best you want to be. Like, if you tell me you want to get out, I'm like, okay, so what are you going to do? Yeah. That'd be my next question. Like, what are you going to do so I can kind of like help you on the lungs of that road? But not necessarily, no, that's crazy. That's fucked up. You shouldn't do that. No, let's go. Let's get it. What you want to do? You want to be LDO? Let me help you out. Let me point you to another LDO that I think is great so you can go follow or you can go talk to. That's kind of how I roll with that, man.
Yeah, my personal thoughts is like this. Whoever deterring somebody from doing that, I honestly think it's kind of corny. You know what I mean? I do think on the other side of it, you know, like you said, it's people that just like they got a good person in the mess or they got a good person that's enlisted and they don't want them to transition, you know? They want them to stay enlisted so they could come to the Chiefs mess and help the mess and, you know, help make us better and stuff like that. But anything outside of that, I think is corny. I think it's not. Like, I think it's like if you, you know, like when dudes complain. No, I ain't even going to that because that wasn't Navy. I was going to talk about how when dudes complain about how they wife dressing to go on a date and they're with their wife. Like, yo, she looks sexy, y'all together. But I mean, that's just me. And that's my opinion. That's my brain. You know, oh, what you going to go out with that dress on? Like, yo, go out with that dress. That's how my brain works. You babe, look sexy. Like, everything you need to do. But I'll say this. I never saw it. I never saw it happen. When I went up for LDO, I had nothing but support. And like it never, like, because the way people talk about it, it's like these people create like toxic environments for people. And I know, and I've heard it happen. I just never saw it happen. That never happened anywhere that I was at, which is weird. You know, I keep going places where like certain things just don't happen, bro. Like, you know what I mean? But I never saw it happen. But I definitely don't think it's cool. Like if somebody want to better their career or change their career, you know, like we should all be supportive of that. Yeah, I don't think it's, you know, I don't think it's cool. The other one is about captains getting bronze stars. I'm gonna need a little bit more information on this, but it says thoughts on captains and commanders receiving a bronze star after a successful command tour. The person was saying that they felt like it's too much, you know. And my question for that person would be, well, what do you feel like the captain and commander should be awarded? Because I know damn well it ain't a NAMR-Com. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, you know, I just like, what should the captain get? And that ain't no, trust me, to whoever it is that wrote that, this ain't no smoke. Like, this ain't smoke. I just wonder, what do you think that the captain should get? I mean, commanding officer commanded a naval warship for a year and a half, 2 years.
I'm assuming, and bro, I don't know. Yeah. And I don't know either, bro, but I would like to know, like, what is normal for them. I don't even know. Is this normal? Is this what they've been getting for years and years?
That's what he's saying.
If it is, like, it's normal. I mean, I don't know. But yeah, I like to know the same thing. What do they deserve then?
Yeah, what do you think?
Like,
you know, what do you think?
taking care of people, man. Like, you like,
yeah, 300 to 300 to 3,500 souls on your ship. Like, damn, man. This was supposed to be the bro pod, man. Tisha ain't around. It's supposed to be the bro pod. I thought we was gonna have more fun. You know what I mean? But we had some serious topics. So one of these, yeah, bro. And so I got to do better, right? Is this like a 2-on-1, right? Navy Fed, man. Y'all doing people bad on these mortgages. I'm close to wanting to just not even mess with Navy Fed. So right now, we talked about this already, but it's a class action lawsuit alleging discrimination, right? Filed against Navy Fed after that CNN report that we talked about before. So that lawsuit is happening now. We waiting to see what's going to happen, but it was filed on Monday, saying that Navy Fed discriminated against Black and Latino applicants, right? And they got receipts. They got receipts for all this, man. Yeah. So it says Navy Fed, which lends to military service members, defense personnel, veterans, and families, approved more than 75% of the white borrowers who applied for a new conventional home purchase mortgage in 2022, but less than 50% of the Black borrowers who applied for the same type of loan. And I mean, we in the military. Like, it's a whole lot with this. Like, we know we get paid the same amount. We got the same careers. Like, it feels like it's kind of easier to point out discrimination when you're talking about like military people, And I know some of these cases, it ain't, some of these cases might not be, but for the most part, I mean, you talk about military people, and people, always going to try to find a reason why it wasn't discrimination. But no, this it's looking and smelling like discrimination.
Yeah, man, they got, they got receipts, man. Because these ain't like the people who talking about this stuff. This ain't nobody with no crazy ass credit score and anything like that. They legit people who got turned down for some who knows why. You know what I mean? Type stuff. Right, I don't want to. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you what it looked like. They say, man, it looked like shit. It smelled like shit. It must be shit.
Yeah,
they know, bro.
Hey,
you know
Navy
what I mean?
Fed.
That's what it looked like, bro.
They on y'all ass, Navy Fed. The story has been updated with Navy Fed's announcement that it hired a civil rights attorney to review mortgage. Yeah, let that civil rights attorney review those mortgage practices, because it's Navy Fed looking real funny. And I was wondering why my joint ain't get approved, man. The first time when I was a junior seller, man, y'all tried to tell me I ain't have enough credit.
It's about to get approved now, bro. You better put one in right now. It's get approved like yesterday, bro.
Bro. Hey, and that's Navy Fed, right? So boom. Now, though, let's talk about the VA. Same thing, right? Court okays lawsuit accusing VA of discrimination and disability claims. So the VA, right? And I'm smiling, but this shit ain't funny. You know what I mean? Black veterans were less likely than any other racial group to have their initial disability claims approved by the department. Roughly 61% of Black veterans saw those claims accepted as opposed to 75% of white veterans. The Monk lawsuit cites in part VA documents that's found between 2000 and 2020, bro. This 19 years. The average denial rate for disability claims filed for Black veterans was 29.5, significantly above the 24.2 for white veterans. I got a homie that work at the VA, so I want to talk to her soon and have some conversations, and I'm sure she don't have no control over this. But here we go again, talking about discrimination, bro. Like what y'all doing, VA? Yeah. Like this a real do better over here,
VA.
Man.
Yeah. VA, you need to do better.
Navy Fed, VA.
Do better. Navy Federal, you need to do better, man. Come on
when
now.
People talk about systematic racism, this is what they talk about. This is what systematic racism look like, just in case you're wondering. And no, we ain't a race pod, but that's what systematic racism look like. Shit like that.
Yeah. Facts. Hey, so my do better, man. I wrote in that, man, quality over quantity. Man, I was doing a little research, man, on like Boeings and manufacturer cars and all that stuff like that. Man, I'm finding some interesting things, man. Like we putting parts in these airplanes, we putting parts in these cars that just ain't up to par, man. And we want to have all these issues we having with airplanes and all these issues we having with cars and all this type of crazy stuff, man. And guess what, man? We just going for the quantity, bro.
Yeah.
It's all about the quantities, how many we can put on the market. And then you end up recalling the motherfuckers probably, man. Hey, We need some good quality shit. In some cases, man, people are dying out here over this shit, right? Because we done did some old crazy, ain't putting the right parts in, the wrong gaskets, the wrong this, wrong that. Come on, man. Hey, you got big time money, right? Big time money. Put the right shit where it need to go so we can be safe out there, man. I'm paying all this money to fly. Ain't no door gonna be coming off no plane on me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. Yeah. Ain't no wheel not gonna come out when we getting ready to land because you put a faulty ass part in, right? Always, ain't no car gonna catch on fire because I got the wrong gasket in there because it ain't to 1,000 degrees when it should be. You know, whatever the case may be. Yeah. Come on, man. You guys make too much money for this on people, man. So hey, do better, man. Do better.
The Boeing is like the boxer of the airlines, man. The USS box.
Hey, boy, hey, you know what, man? I was reading about that Boeing, like not to get on like some other shit, man. But you know that guy ended up dying, bro. The guy from Boeing, the what they call it, the snitch or the whistleblower or whatever. Bro, he ended up dead, man.
They took him out.
Yeah.
They Epsteined him.
In the parking lot, I heard, man. I ain't, look. Like, people call me wrong and hit me up and let me know if I'm wrong or not. But I heard he was like in the parking lot, bro. In the parking lot.
Cool.
When he blow the whistle on Boeing, man. So I ain't Boeing, I don't want no smoke. You know what I mean? We just a little podcast.
It's a documentary. It's a documentary. They been on Boeing ass for a little bit. It's a documentary on y'all, man. I don't know if you saw the doc, but Boeing used to be like this reputable company with like subject matter experts. But then they kind of went full scale commercial and, you know, wanted to make money. You know, things kind of changed with Boeing.
They got all them retired Navy guys, man. All the retired Navy guys in there now.
They got a bunch of people with US maps, man. Somebody with that US map is so mad at me right now. Look, I'm sorry, dog. Like, take your journey to, like, do your thing.
I got that US map, and trust me, I know how I got it too. I know how I got it.
Dude, they like, yo, do you know how to service an outboard engine? Yeah, I got a US map that tell you how to do that.
US maps, man. I got them hours, man.
4,000 hours, dog. 2,200 of them hours you had already got because of your rank. Then the other couple was duty night. Yeah, I say I did 8 hours. We know how y'all doing the US map, but I'm gonna shut up. Book of the week. Surf When You Can by Brett Crozier, former U.S. Navy captain. I know people, if you don't remember, that's the guy that was on the TR who kind of, I want to blow the whistle, I guess, but he was going through all the COVID stuff and he sent out an email trying to get things done. And then that email got leaked to the press. Stuff like that. Really good book, Damon. You should read it. It's really good. Everything in this book kind of underscores him being the guy to do what he did. Like, it's no question that he would be that person to do what he did. And I want to give a standout story from that book. So real quick, standout story from this book. I think at the time his ship was stationed in Guam, I think. So I think the ship stationed in Guam. And it was, the ship had to get underway. He was the XO at the time, I believe. Ship had to get underway the same day as a graduation for like kids, where some of the sailors on the ship's kids were going to be in that graduation. So one of the sailors on the ship wrote a chit saying, hey, can I stay back so I can attend a graduation for my daughter, my only daughter. And they had a whole contingency plan and stuff like that. I'm going to say the captain, I think at the time he was XO. So he goes to the chief engineer, I believe it was, whoever the department head was. And he was like, hey, so pretty much this shit got denied all the way up to him, right? So everybody denied it. Chain of command denied it. It get to Brett Crozier. He sees it. And he go to the department head. He like, hey, what's up? Why y'all denying this? The department head like, hey, we can't, we get underway. Sailor, we can't afford to let a sailor leave during the underway. He like, why not? Like, one sailor, we can't let this person leave during the underway. Like, come on, like we gotta have some contingency plan for, to not have this seller on board. There's no way. So then the conversation, they had a little bit more of a conversation, and the person seemed apprehensive, but they also seemed surprised that he would even entertain this idea that the seller could leave. So then the person, this department head, was like, hey, another thing is that if we let him leave, who's to say that nobody else is going to want to leave? He's not the only person that got kids that's graduating. He was like, as a matter of fact, I got a kid that's graduating, but I know I got to be underway. So what does, I'm going to call him Captain. I keep pre-qualifying it. So what does Captain Crozier do? He like, hey, find out how many people on the ship got kids that's graduating, because y'all all could go to the graduation and y'all could come back to the ship later, bro. Like, so that's what he did. So they all went to he told the skipper, hey, sir, the skipper was like, hey, are you good with this? Are you okay with letting, it was like over 100 of them. Are you okay with letting this amount of sellers, leave it? He like, yeah, I'm good. Let's go. So they left. They went to the graduation, and then they came back later. And he said they all worked amazingly for this command, because the command showed them that in the time that they needed to take care of them, they would, bro. That's one thing he did.
Bro, that story is crazy, man. That's the story, that we was talking with the captain about before, man. That's loving your sailors right there, man.
Yeah.
Them sailors right there gonna work hard as hell for him, man. That's big time there, bro. I love stories like that. Good stuff.
Yeah, this was it, man. I'm sweating. I got a black hoodie on because I didn't have enough time to wash stuff because I was taking care of my baby and shit like that. But so I'm in here sweating.
Yeah, man.
I got all these lights on me. But yeah, hopefully, y'all got something out of this episode.
Yeah, man. Holla at your boy, man. We got real take. We got in the weeds a little bit on this one, man. So you guys give us some feedback, man. And you already know what it is, man. Mississippi, stay up.